All right, we are back, chat. How are we doing today? Welcome in, everybody, again to the show. We have our lovely guest. Holy moly, right as we introduce Bella with the biddies. Thank you.
Bella with the biddies.
Yo, thank you, Bella, for the lovely, lovely introduction to the stream with the biddies. Holy
With the
Jesus.
biddies.
Eagles chick following through.
Hi, Train. Hi, Train.
Dollar. Jeez, my hair is getting so long that it's like actually becoming a bother. So I appreciate everybody coming in. This is Jokerdad After Dark. We can't use that around here, Frankie. It's censored, man. The Zahabi After Dark, man. We can't be taking his title. No. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Uwu with the Jetty with the big uwu. Yo, Jetty, I love that. I'm going to take a knowledge of Twitch adding the new emote gigantic, the colorful highlight message, and the on-screen type of alert. I think that's amazing. So if you guys want, you can always use that around here. We try to keep it at a minimal cost. I know some people jacked it up from the default, which is fine too. You know, I think whatever cost, but I think it's great. Anything that Twitch added to interaction for streamers and their chat and their community, I think is awesome. But no, thank you, Amazon. We got our lovely guest today on the show, episode 142. How are you this morning?
Pretty good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing well.
That's awesome. No, I've been very, very excited for this episode. I've got to catch you over the last couple weeks. I've been a big, big supporter of your stream. I love the content you're creating over there. I know you've been coming in, showing some much love to the Kingdom of Clowns community. So thank you so much for what you've done so far, just in the short period of time we've got to know each other. But yeah, I love the content that you're creating over there. I'm a big horror fan vibe. You know, obviously we got the clown face on. It's been a big influence of what we do here. Yo, Ryder with the gifty. Look at this man. This man has pulled out his wallet so often that he has gifted 228 gifties to the community over time. Thank you, my man. Yo, first off, I'd like to say thank you again. We have a good morning from Lanessa. Yo, Leonessa, thank you for being here. How are you in Lockett? Love to see you here in the morning. Thank you so much. We got Kamikaze, the man himself. I am blessed with greatness this morning. Holy moly. I've given this cloud too much cloud. Yeah. Haha. But no, too much money you have, Ryder, and I'm greatly appreciated. It's always gone back into the stream. If it wasn't for you, Ryder, I wouldn't be able to afford these fortune cookies. And speaking of fortune cookies, let's give this man his daily fortune here while I remember. And we got our socks on for the special occasion for the horror queen herself, Amazon Artemis, who's here today. We brought out the eyeball socks. These eyeball socks are pretty cool because they glow in the dark, even though you guys won't be able to see that. But I like some glow in the dark stuff.
But you cannot. Oh no, there's no hiding those sweet, succulent touchies from me.
Oh, I like those.
Ryder's fortune is professionalism is knowing how to do it, when to do it, and doing it. I love it. Is that a real-time feet cam? It is. Look, I'll even dance for you. Look. Two-step. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that, but yeah. I wish we could see those knees though, bro. That's going to cost you extra. I got a big knee thing. Yo. You like those knees that look like baby faces? You ever seen those? No, I'm just kidding.
Are those creepy?
Aren't those creepy? Yeah, exactly. When a person's standing up straight, it looks like a baby face.
Like a whole face looking right at you.
So yeah, no. Give us just a little snippet of we always like to ask the question straight out of the gate. Who are you? You know, just a little rundown.
Quick rundown. I am Amazon Artemis. I'm a horror streamer. I'm also a mom, dedicated mom, just the one. I am also a LVN, which is a licensed vocational nurse. So I'm just a natural nurturer. Let's see what else. I love all things spooky, but that goes without saying. Stay in my background. Um, Believe it or not, I'm a really quiet, introverted person. Big homebody. I'm usually home most of the time. I even work from home, except for a couple of days a week. So I'm really just to myself. And that's pretty much the gist of Amazon. Quiet homebody dedicated to her home and her shared. And yeah, that's me. Hardcore gamer. Not just DVD. I mean, like, I have thousands of hours in pretty much all of my games. Horror and RPGs are life. Like right now, I just dove back into Fallout 4 and I'm obsessed. I think I have 200 hours into the newly updated one. So, horror nerd, dedicated mom, gamer, and I love to read. And that's me. And of course,
No.
I'm obsessed with tea.
I love tea too. Tea's awesome. I need to get back into it just to take the moment to kind of brew it and get it going. Because this morning we're using a Bang. We scoped a Bang, but we love our tea. What's your favorite type of tea? What is
I'm a huge fan of Bigelow brand, so I really like the lemon ginger. That's good. And I really love just all black tea with a little bit of honey, no sweetener but the honey. It hits a spot in the cheek that just makes you go like, makes you pucker up, but it's so good. And it gives you like this small amount of caffeine that makes you feel good all day. So, huge advocate for tea. Green teas, black teas, it don't matter. I'll drink it all.
Yeah, lemon ginger sounds pretty good. I do some ginger tea. I don't think I've done lemon ginger, but
Mm,
I love tea. I love honey in my tea. We do a lot
yeah.
of manuka honey. That stuff's got like natural antibiotic and antibacterial, type of properties because I think it's from like Australian or New Zealand. But
Oh,
it's kind of a fancy, more expensive style tea. So I don't use it often. I only use it for kind of those purposes. So if I'm sick or
mm.
have something stomach issues, I'll kind of use that tea to help calm stuff. But it's good stuff. I love tea a lot better. I'm a more of a tea person than a coffee person, but I will drink some coffee here and there.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll have some coffee. Sometimes tea just won't do it. Every once in a blue moon.
But yeah, I want to
So,
say thank you to everybody again for coming in. We like to take periodic breaks and say hi to everybody who comes in. I know I didn't get a chance to say hi to Wahoo. Thank you, my man. We've got
hello.
Salik Crane coming in from the stretched out community as well. D Brick coming in. Thank you for being
Hi,
here.
Dee.
We got Zahabi in the building with the good morning as well. Let's go. Eagles Chick still vibing with us. Tally Bob's in the building. How's it going, Tally? Good to see you, brother. Always a good time seeing everybody stop in. We got the wonderful Amazon Artemis here. Guys, if you don't know Amazon, you're really missing out. Just straight positive vibes, good times. I love going over there to get my DBD fix. I'm not too familiar with DBD, but this girl here, she knows everything. I come in and she's like talking about the perks. She knows the map layouts. She's like clowning on people, literally clowning on them. So I have a good time
It's
vibing
all
over
good
there.
fun.
It
It's
is.
all in good fun. I'm not a sweat. I'm not a sweat. I promise you.
I don't know. You could have. I don't know very many sweats in the game, so I can't assure you that she's a sweat. But from outside appearances coming in, it seemed that way. I was like, you really know what you're doing, and you know a lot about all the classes in the game too, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's my main game. I've been playing it since I want to say 2017. I have about 4,000 hours in the game.
Wow, it's
So
been
I
out that
wasn't
long, huh? I didn't know that.
not that long. I think it dropped 2016. So I wasn't on the first year wave. I came that second year. So it's a great game. It's not for everybody, and I think right now it's getting harder and harder for new people to just jump in because it's so much going on with the perks and the killers, and like you said, the maps and the layouts. So for a new person to come in and like get good within like 100 hours, it's impressive, and I'm seeing it a lot. So it's a great game. I love it.
Yeah, is it and
Strongly
is
recommend
it
it.
just it's five player, right? It's four survivors and one killer, is that it?
Yeah, correct. Four survivors, one killer, but we do have a mode dropping July 16th. It's going to be two killers and eight survivors. And we've actually been asking for that for years. So it's going to be epic.
No,
Epic.
I like that because that'll give you an opportunity to kind of like engage with more people. I think anything with
Hmm.
more people is always good. It helps grow community. It makes the game a little bit more versatile, right? You have like more
Right.
options, more things going on. The strategy may change. So awesome. Yo, D, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that as well so much. We got Phoenix. Welcome in. Good morning to you, sir. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Hopefully, weekend went well your way. But yeah, so where are you from? What neck of the woods? I know I asked you the other day, but we'll let chat know as well. What area?
Well, I was born back east. I'm originally from Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl. But I moved here to California when I was about 18, 19 years old. And I've been planted here ever since. So technically speaking, I'm a Californian. I love Cali. I'm in the valley. It gets really hot, like hot, but I love it. It's beautiful. Palm trees, beaches. What's not to love, you know? So, yeah, I'm out here in Cali
Yeah,
with the
awesome.
triple digits.
And yeah, I can't believe that. You told me it was like 110 degrees, 115 degrees, something like that.
Yeah, the 110 actually was like a good day. The other day it hit 115, real feel 117. It was bad. Even with both the ACs running, it was a bad day. So, yeah. And on top of that, we have rolling blackouts because so many people are using so much power. That's why I couldn't go live last Thursday. On top of it being 4th of July, we have these rolling blackouts, and I don't want to be in the middle of the stream and my power gets cut. So, when it's really
Yeah,
hot like
that's
that, it's
not
a
a
lot
good
going
mood right
on.
there either. You're having a good time,
Mm-mm.
and then the power goes out, and then now you're angry because the stream dropped, but now you're
Yeah,
hot, so you're like
that
even more
part.
angry. Yeah, Wahoo, 115 is that in Canadian degrees? I know, right? Everything's inflated there. Yeah. But no, I can't do
Wahoo,
extreme
putting up
hot.
below. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It definitely is. I can't deal with extreme heat. Cold's one thing. I mean, I've dealt with some extreme cold being here in the Midwest, but extreme heat, even in the South where I grew up, it's just not good for me. Especially the humid heat and heat rises. So I've been in like second floor, third floor. Where it's
Mm-hmm.
cool on the first floor, but then the heat or the coolness never gets up high because it's just so hot. I can't push through all that heat, and yeah, it's terrible. Just multiple fans going, sweat dripping while I'm trying to game. I'm like, I can't do this.
Miserable. Just miserable. Just wait till the evening.
Yeah, exactly. I lost power in the
Yeah.
middle of my stream yesterday. Oh, that sucks, Nightfall. It's never
Oh
fun.
no.
That happens to the best of us. I always there's an ongoing thing is it's not streaming unless there's a problem with something. It's either internet connection, it's the game is having issues. There's like one problem that you can't figure out what the answer to. That's welcome to the streaming world, I guess. But yeah, no, awesome. Again, guys, if you're just joining us or even you've been here and haven't got an opportunity, I'm going to give Amazon Artemis a shout out again. I like to do that periodically throughout the stream so you guys can drop a follow because we know some people like to come in, say hi, hang out for a minute, and then go their separate ways throughout their day, which is awesome because we're all busy. We all have a busy schedule. So for you guys to take a moment of your time to come in this morning, show some love to not only myself but Amazon here, we love it. Just making sure I got that right, and then we'll see if we can give you a big one.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And anybody on the West Coast tuning in, I really appreciate it because it's super early for us.
Yes, I know. You told me you got up at like 5 something. Holy moly. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming on and vibing and getting ready prior.
Any-
I'm glad I wasn't
Anytime.
sick or anything. I mean, I'm just got allergies and that's not terrible. Yo, D.
Huge shout out to D. He is amazing. One of my good friends, one of my top supporters. I really appreciate you for being here, D. Much love.
Yes, we love when the communities can come and show some love, especially during collaborations and things like that for the streamer. You know, their community pulling through. I'm always
Mhm.
happy. I've been on a couple talk shows as well as a guest, and I always love seeing Hurst and Leonessa and Royal and Zahabi and Ryder and Frankie and all these people pulling through, part of the community when they can, if they're available. So thank you guys so much, and thank you D for being such a big supporter to Artemis here. We love it. But yeah, so you mentioned being from Jersey and then now moving to Cali. I mean, what's your favorite? You're still Captain Jokerdad. I am still Captain Jokerdad. I probably do need to change that since the hype train is no longer. But I appreciate everybody who's supported the hype train. I know, calm down, Joker Mom. I know. She's like, you're not the captain. I'm the captain now. But so out of the don't inflate his ego, yeah. So what area would you say has been the most enjoyable? I mean, you growing up in the East Coast and then now living in the West Coast. Maybe tell us some of the things that you like about each, and maybe some of the things you don't like about each. Area of the woods, I guess you would say.
Right. Well, coming from the East Coast, I really love the cold. I'm a winter baby on top of that. Born in December. So the big selling point for Jersey is the winter. Um, it's the garden state, so it's really pretty in the spring. Lots of flowers, lots of gardens, lots of greenery. That's always a plus. But I was really young when I left. I was about 17, 18. So I don't know as far as like school districts and like community. I wasn't yet old enough to like pay attention to that kind of stuff. Coming to California, the weather sucks, but the atmosphere is beautiful. It's really diverse. As far as raising a family here, it's so diverse, and that's what you want. You want your kid to see just a little bit of everybody and feel included. Top notch. I love that about California. School districts in California, amazing. Um, Colleges, amazing. So if we're going to do a comparison, I'm going to say California is winning because I got to grow up here and actually be an adult and be involved in stuff here. Um, but I still have nothing but love and respect for Jersey. You know what I mean? I just wasn't old enough to like go out and experience too much of anything to really give a proper comparison. But you can always love where you come from, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. And do you
Yeah.
have family still in Jersey?
Oh yeah, of course, of course. My dad's still out there. My brothers are still out there. I still have lots of family out there. And I actually lived in Virginia for quite a while too. So I still have tons of family in Virginia. And Virginia's a really nice place too. Beaches, nice weather. But again, as far as like schools and making it to be something, California is always going to win. It's just top notch out here. You know, you got a lot of opportunities. So
Yeah,
Cali wins.
that's what I hear. There's a lot of opportunity out there. A lot of people do like it.
Hmm.
Some like the fast pace and busy aspect of it. Some are like a little overwhelmed. Like me, for example, I grew up in the city area, moved up here to the Midwest, and where I live now, very small. Almost people call it retirement town, right? So it's kind of just really slow, good place to raise kids, but I like it because there's like no traffic, right? Everything's within just like a couple blocks away. I know some people like the busy aspect of the city life and how California is, and others don't. So it's kind of just, I guess, preference, right? On like how
Hmm.
your age, if you're a very busy person, you like meeting new people or
Hmm.
getting out. I think that's a good vibe too. We got Frankie
Big time.
here asking how much is a gallon of gas right now over that way?
Oh my God, that's a great question, Frankie. Right now, I'm looking at about $5.15 a gallon. I drive a Dodge Dart. When I first got it about 6 years ago, I can fill it up with like $40. I'm looking at about 55, 60 for fill up right now. It's brutal. And it's worse out in like LA, San Francisco. So yeah.
What, they're probably pushing what, like $6 or even
They're
more?
probably pushing six, yeah, six, almost seven probably.
Wow, that's tough.
It is. It
Well, I
is.
mean, I guess people, I mean, when you got more people in an area and you probably got like state taxes. I know our state here, they like to tax the shit out of it. So it's like an extra $50 for just taxes on the gas. So,
Mm.
but yeah, no, good morning, Royal Toughness, another horror queen in chat right now. I always tell people, if you don't follow Royal, in Vibe, she's great. Hopefully, we'll be streaming soon again, back in the mix of things. But always reminds me of your vibe as well, with the horror streams, and I love it. I think, have you played a lot of those anthology games? The I forget what it's called, Dark something Anthology. It's kind of like story based.
Yeah, not only have I played them all, I'm also a trophy hunter. I played them all and 100% got all the trophies for them.
Oh
So with
wow.
those games, you have to play them several times to get all the trophies. Killed that shit. All of them. Except for Little Hope. It wasn't my favorite. Oddly, which I love witches and that whole theme, but it was just really boring. But love those games. Adore them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give them a try. We watched Let's Be Frank play them a few times. I think go through those. I'm a big fan of like the Walking Dead series as well.
Mm.
Uh, but he's played Madison. Have you played Madison?
I have not played Madison. It's I'm a little bit of a penny pincher, and for games that are like really quick like that, I like to stay within a certain budget. And on PlayStation, I think she was like $30 last time I checked. Once you go down to like 15, 20, I'll get it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm a budget guy
Yeah,
too. I'm not. I'd rather
yeah.
buy indie games that have good replay value for cheap, because what
Mm-hmm.
I do is I end up buying something and then I only play it a little bit and then I never get
Oh.
back to it. So it's I'm like, why the hell did I spend this money? Like I got Sons of the Forest and haven't even played that really. It's like a survival craft horror style game. And I think we picked it up during right when it got released. It was kind of buggy. I played it with like a couple friends a couple times, and then we haven't picked it up since. So hopefully we can get back into that with another party sometime and find somebody who wants to
Hmm.
vibe on it.
Yeah, you're not the only one. The game had a lot of buzz when it first dropped, and then absolutely nothing, maybe like a month later. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100
Hmm.
percent there. Hopefully they've gotten everything squared away. I heard it's pretty good now, but that's kind of
That's
like
good.
how it is with a lot of games, right? As it comes out, it's kind of a wreck or a mess, and then after a couple patches, some updates, it gets pretty stable. But by then, the hype is gone. I feel like people
Yeah.
kind of, like you'll have your fans who consistently play the game or who'll come back to it, but the masses, just after a couple days, they usually roll into other things, and I've seen it a lot. Like X Defiant was one of those games that brought in a lot of people initially, and then it's kind of died off. I know the first Descendant just came out recently, which is another big game. Shit, I even think the Elden Ring DLC, that recently dropped.
Mm.
A lot of people were playing that, and I think even though it's probably got tons of content, there's still a lot of people who are playing the DLC. But I think even the hype on that kind of just came and gone real quick. Everybody's on to the next big thing. The first Descendant is
Yeah.
very good. Yeah, I hear that, Wahoo. I hear that. And I've thought about it, checking it out. I hear it's free to play. And it reminds me of Destiny. It's kind of got like that different, third person Destiny vibe, same type of RPG, real world type things. How tall are you? Oh, nice. Thank you, Frankie, for letting me know. Yes, Nightfall asked how tall you are.
Me,
Yes.
I am 5'11", pretty tall. Back in the day, I used to get made of quite often for my height. But once I start like owning it and named myself the Amazon, I started getting a lot of respect. Yeah, I'm a tall girl. I'm all legs and torso.
No, that's
Good
awesome.
question.
Yeah, I like tall people. I don't. I'm not.
Ah,
I'm
close.
not. Yeah, I'm not
You're
tall
close.
myself. I think I'm about 6. I think I'm about at the same height as you. So it's nice to actually like look people in their eye, or even have to look up a little bit instead of looking down. While don't shame us short people.
Heels, so. I love
on.
short people. I don't shame
tap on their
anybody.
head. Hey, little fella. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just joking. Most short people, they're at a good proximity to hit me in my jaw. So I'm good. Right in the balls. Yeah, they're closer to those than my eyes, I suppose. Grow up, short people, says Wahoo. Yeah, exactly. I am grown. I'm the biggest I'm gonna get. We usually ask, what type of games you play, but we kind of went over a few of those. What got you into gaming? Like, what was some of the initial games when you first started gaming that kind of drove you into being a gamer?
That's a good question. I'm actually a childhood gamer, and it just grew and evolved as I got older. I started off on Duck Hunt, and then it grew into Mario, and then Mortal Kombat, and then I had a bit sim phase for a while, and then I fell in love with RPGs, The Witcher. It's always been there since I was a child. There's never been a moment where I wasn't a gamer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
I've always had a
100%.
controller in my hand. Yeah.
No, that's good. I love gamers at heart. People who've been at gaming since childhood. I'm kind of one of those as well with the Duck Hunt. What's your favorite Mortal Kombat character? What was like your go-to Mortal Kombat character?
Melina, and then second to her was Baraka. It's something about their teeth. I love that sinister smile, beat you up type of shit. Love Melina and Baraka.
Yeah, like the good old fatalities where they would just eat you and spit out all the bones.
It was great. It was perfect. So yeah, definitely Melina and Baraka. You got any favorite characters?
Sorry, I do actually. I always I liked Liu Kang, and I liked the typical Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Stryker was always cool. I liked him because he had the baton and would throw grenades, and so yeah, I don't. It's tough because like I kind of like played all of them a little bit, but I'm trying to think what my favorite would be. Yeah, probably Liu Kang. Always liked Liu Kang.
Yeah.
But Frankie Hawk Tua, yeah. I'm sure. Can you imagine that character? Hold on one second. You might disappear for a moment. I'm trying to fix my. I kind of like click something. Ooh, there we go. All right, let's fix this real quick. Okay, you didn't disappear. Good.
All right.
All right. So no, what we'll do here is since I pulled you over, I'm going to go over some of your page here. We've got longtime gamer taking the plunge into the world of streaming. This is a safe space for all who enters. So let's game, newly affiliate as well. We've got your link tree, your stream elements, which is great. We got your about me section. As a small child, I've been in love with reading and gaming. What type of books do you like reading? Before I continue on.
I like psychological thrillers, anything horror related, even in my reading. You ever heard of an author called David Martin?
I have. I haven't read any of his books, but I'm familiar with the name.
That man is a genius. His books make you want to put on something happy before you go to bed and sleep at night. So David Martin, any type of psychological thrillers are really good, and any type of like hood dramas. You ever heard of Donald Goines? Probably not.
Yeah, no.
But he writes a lot of like hood love stories that just like really puts you in the moment. They're really good books. I recommend them. Look them up. Donald Goines and David Martin, phenomenal author. I actually have one right here because I was reading last night before bed. Amazing book.
What's that one called?
We're all adults here, right? It's called Dope Fiend. It's a story about a couple who are hardcore dope fiends and they try to turn their life around. The boyfriend keeps relapsing, but the girlfriend finally breaks free of him and starts living this amazing life. And then about 3 years later, she runs into him again. And what happens? She relapsed too. But the ending is absolutely amazing. It's a good book. Great read. Yeah.
Awesome. No, I love stuff like
Yeah.
that because I mean that's unfortunately that's how life is, right? You have obstacles, you have ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
try to keep your eye focused on the end, right? The end results.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be successful right out the gate. Other times you have to journey through these ups and downs to kind of get where you need to go. And I feel like we all learn, we all experience, and I think the biggest thing I like to talk about is just support. I think support's the biggest thing. Surroundings, the people who you vibe with. I've noticed that a lot of the times, especially when it comes to drugs and alcohol, it's all about who you surround yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with party goers constantly, it's really hard to get out of that lifestyle. You have to kind of sometimes break away from individuals who are enablers, things like that, and which sucks because sometimes those people are really great people, and you want to vibe with them, but it's tough. Yo, Wahoo with the RL Stein was the best. I love it. Good old Yo, Viv, welcome in, welcome in. I think I did miss someone as well who just joined us. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Mad Rocks is in the building as well. Yo, Mad Rocks, thanks for being here. We always tell we want to make sure our I see he came in with the jump. All right. Amir, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Monday to everybody. Thank you guys so much for stopping in, catching our lovely guest here, Amazon Artemis, straight out of our Monday spotlight. I love it. I'm glad we could have you on a Monday. It's a great way to start the week. I like these shows because I get the vibe, I get to meet people, I get to know more about them, and then I go into my work week right after, and it makes work a lot more enjoyable because my energy level's high. I'm very positive. And the only way people can ruin that is going into work to a shit show, and then I'm like, okay, not the whole day can be good, Jokerdad. I got a good morning. I guess I got to finish up with whatever this night is, but we'll manage and we'll make it through it. So I appreciate you for setting the level really high today for me and provide me with some good positivity. So thank you for coming on the show again.
Anytime. I really appreciate you having me. I was super nervous and I still am. So
Yeah, it's fine. Just wipe that clammy hands off somewhere. That's what. No,
I'm fidgeting.
That's what I do. I get nervous. Especially when I drink energy drink. I'm glad the feet cam's off because I start kind of legs start shaking, and then my whole monitor and camera's shaking, and I'm like, holy shit, I need to slow my roll. I'm kind of nervous. So it never goes away, especially as a host too. And when I get individuals like yourself who I really enjoy their content, I come off sometimes as a fanboy to some of the people who come on my show. I'm like, oh, I like your content, and just for example, even Wahoo's a great streamer who's recent new to the community. We randomly rated into him. Hopefully we can get him on the show him off to you guys. Really great dude. And go from there. But we love new people, new guests, and seeing some of these people who come into the chat, Jetty Boy, Let's Be Frank, Royal Toughness, all these individuals, Joker Mom, they've all been on the Jokerdad spotlight. We've had them on some way or another. So to see them still pulling through, showing love to the future of the spotlight guests is always amazing. Eagles Chick was in here earlier as well. I'm sure she's still here with us. She was on recently. So it's just awesome. Grasshopper Games coming through. Speaking of the devil, Grasshopper with the Grasshoppers. How's it going, man? Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Another great guest that we had on recently. So I can't ask for a better community of people who show love to each other. That's the biggest thing when I tell people who come on or chat, in the chat, is, you guys are here showing the love to the streamers. who are here for you. You know, these are people who were here for your episode, showing love to you, getting to know you, what makes you vibe. And it's great that you come in and return that favor to those individuals. So thank you guys in chat for coming on, checking out Artemis today. But she said, as a small child, I've been in love with reading and gaming. It was my peaceful, holy moly, what just happened? Wahoo with the sub. We did reach 3 subs. I did not reset it from yesterday, but we'll do it anyways. Yo, thank you. Wahoo with the Prime, man. You could have gave that Prime to anybody else. And I know these look inappropriate, so bear with me. These don't look good. But this is sour watermelon sour spray that kind of looks like, you know, as us adults here, anal beads, you know, like this thing doesn't look very appealing there. But this, see this, guys? I'm gonna wave it around like this. No, so sour watermelon in this one, and then we've got sour cola in this one. Which one are we doing, Wahoo? Those fishnets alone earned you a follow? I know, right, Grasshopper? Settle down there, Artemis. No, living the dream, working and BSing with the Joker and Amazon. Yo, we appreciate that. But yeah, it says, I'm a very quiet person until I get comfortable, and then I let my personality shine. I'm a happy, expressive, horror-obsessed, nerdy gamer and proud of it. I have a social anxiety, so I don't go out much and prefer a more intimate setting over huge crowds. Dude, I feel that. That's feels right now. I've been wanting to stream for years, but lack the confidence. I woke up one day and said, fuck it. Let's go. I like that. And then I took the plunge and been loving every minute of it. The highs, the lows, the gains. It's been amazing. I welcome you into my world, and I hope you enjoy your stay. It's a safe place here for all who enters. Meow. Let's go. And then we've got, I have a sick obsession with horror and all things related. Let's build a community horror movie and dive deep into some classic movies and documentaries. I love classic movies and documentaries. Mm-hmm. And we've got your commands, hug, lurk, hello, mini, escape, some of my favorite chat commands. We got your schedule here, Thursdays and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST. I know I've actually pretty avid, because I think your PST is, what is that, like 4, right? Is that 4 my time, 4:30 my time? I believe CST. You're 2 hours ahead, or no, you're actually 2 hours behind. I'm sorry. So that's 8:30. So that's why it works, because I know right as you're getting on at 6:30, I'm actually just settling in from work, so I can like catch and vibe and hang out. So I'm always on the lookout. Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I remember that Thursday you were not streaming, and I had to message you. It's like, hey, where are you at? I didn't see you. Hopefully everything's okay.
Get your butt on stream.
Yeah, exactly. We only get 2 days a week.
Thursdays are kind of funky. Get your butt up here. I know.
I love Wahoo. Old Pokemon clip. Let's go, Pokemon. Watermelon, he said. All right, we got to get the watermelon. So we'll.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's. We might have to do 2 to make sure a good spray goes. Let's see. Oh. I don't like that. I kind of like second spray hit the side of my cheek, so it's like, All right, Chad. Yeah, that stuff's pretty sour. I found this stuff at the store. I was like, sour spray. I was like, that might be good. It was a terrible idea, but thank you so much, Wahoo, for participating in that sour spray there. So yeah, video games, Dead by Daylight, Walking Dead series, and many more horror costumes. That's crazy. We were talking about Walking Dead right there. Let's go. Giveaways every month. I do raffles for the first 10 subs I get while live. Enter to win with new sub during my stream. Winners will receive an Etsy gift card and access to all sub benefits. Good luck. We got your wish list here as well. As you can see, I'm a lover of all things spooky. My background isn't just for streaming purposes. It's a true expression of my interests, as well as things I love, and any items received will be added with love to my collection. And I thank you for thinking of me. Click on my wish list panel above. Awesome. We got your link tree. My name on all socials is the same. I'm currently on Instagram, Discord, and YouTube. My Facebook is under construction. Discord link available during my lives, so give me a follow as well. Amazon Artemis. Click on the link tree panel above to view my links. And then we have your chat rules. Be kind, no body shaming, be respectful, respect my privacy, don't self-promote. I just end my stream, etc. I love a dirty joke, but don't go overboard. Keep disagreements mature. The Queen Mother. As a young girl, I was obsessed with horror. Found a box of tapes with a bunch of her shows and movies. I was in awe. The Queen of Darkness was born that day. So here's a tribute to my Queen Mother. I love you, Elvira. Awesome. I love it. She was a big influence in that genre and during that age too, during that time, you know, it showed that you can keep it dark and classy at the same time, you know, really cool.
She's amazing. You know, she was 30 years old when she started that role, so it's never too late, you know?
No, I agree. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy as an individual, right? As long as you're vibing, you're having a good time, you're able to express yourself, you enjoy what life has to offer. I think it's great. Just as long as, you know, I'm always about where as long as an individual's action isn't intruding on others around them and making, you know, their lives miserable. So if you like, you know, doing off the wall shit, as long as the off the wall shit you're doing is just affecting you, right? Like then that's all cool. But when the off the wall shit starts affecting your family and your friends, and it's starting to change their lives because of the wild shit you're doing or into, then I'm like, well, slow your roll a little bit. You know, be considerate of others around you, but. You know, whatever. I'm all for whatever makes people vibe, and as long as it's voluntarily, but and stuff like that. But no, I love a good horror vibe. We grew up on a lot of. I mean, speaking of horror, what's your favorite genre? Like, what's your favorite horror franchise or movie? Maybe top 3 we could even do.
Top 3 franchise. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Scream, although the first 2 were the best. The rest were good movies, don't get me wrong. They just weren't like, they start turning into meme movies, but you still love them. It's Ghostface. So definitely Scream, Halloween, of course, and it's a tie between Friday the 13th and the Human Centipedes. I know the Human Centipedes only have 2 or 3 of them, but it took the horror genre to a completely different level. Like, it really fucked with me mentally. It wasn't like jump scares. It was like, whoa. And that was some spooky shit to me. You know what I mean? Like, stomach-turning spooky shit. So that's the only reason why that was so high at the list, with only 2 or 3 of them in the franchise. But definitely Scream, Friday the 13th, and Halloween. For sure.
Yeah, those are good classics. I know you mentioned Human Centipede. I actually only watched the first one and only a good portion of it. And like you said, it was kind of like, oh, like you're like, what the hell? And I just remember like the part where, you know, spoiler alert, guys, if you haven't seen the movie, highly recommend. I mean, I don't know if I highly recommend it, but it is creepy. But there is a part where, you know, obviously Human Centipede, you imagine, they sew each other together. And I just remember the part where he's like, eat it, eat it. You're like, what the fuck? Like, wacko. Like, this is just creepy. And I don't think I could watch it. I think I was like, oh, I gotta watch something else. This is wild.
Stomach, yeah. It was out there, but it was like, whoa, my eyes were so wide. Like, they really went there with this movie. So I can appreciate it for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all about the shock and awe on movies. What was another movie that was kind of like that where, I know a lot of people, I haven't watched it, and I started to watch the first one, but everybody talks about the Terrifier movies with the clown, the white clown guy. And it's like, it's supposed to be kind of like funny, and it's like, it reminds me of like a retro horror too when I first started watching it, but it's also gruesome. And I think my daughter, she's got autism, but she's 19, and I think she watched it. and she was telling me about it. She's like, Dad, Terrifier 2, you should probably not watch it. It's really bad. And I'm like, what, you watched it? And I can't protect her from this stuff anymore now that she's an adult. So she does what she wants. But I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, maybe you shouldn't have watched that. I'm like, it's like, you know, because they're still innocent, I feel. You know, they're still your kid and they're innocent at heart. But
big time.
Because that type of stuff, you know, unfortunately, as much as I enjoy it, and I've got a pretty good positive head, but it's kind of like that argument where they said shooter games affect kids, right? Like Call of Duty, you know, affects younger kids' minds too, where it makes them want to commit actions like that in the game. And it desensitizes them to the consequences. It's like, well, this is a game. And I feel like sometimes horror does that. You know, it's like, especially Scream, right? Scream, you know, we talk about Ghostface. Like, those whole movies have been copycats, right? People who've reenacted what the two did in the first. And that's kind of what, you know, it's either family or friends or people who were affected by the loss, you know, and things like that. And, you know, I think some people might get encouraged to that. You know, they're like, oh, I'm, you know, like I want to go out and my life, I want my life to be of meaning and of value, and I'm going to kill people. You know, it makes you wonder how many serial killers are out there currently who've been influenced by that type of behavior from movies or even real events. You know, I'm glad I'm not a killer clown, but you know, stuff like that. Or do you guys know that? You know, but I watched both of them now, waiting on Terrifier 3. Yeah, I hear it's coming out, and I hear it's going to be like, I hear it's even going to be more gruesome than the first or the second one. So like, I think they were talking about like not allowing it in theaters or banning it. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I'm in like this VHS. I'm in a VHS group where people like the old VHSs, and I didn't realize that the old horror VHS tapes are very sought after, very inflated in cost nowadays because everybody's collecting the old horror VHS. And apparently they just released Terrifier 2 on VHS, so they made like a classic throwback of Terrifier 2 but in a VHS cassette tape. And apparently that's like, they dropped it at Walmart and everybody's going out and buying all the copies of it for collecting, and it's just nuts. I can't believe it, but cool to see that people are still vibing with VHS tapes. And let's see here. There's too many cameras in the world now. The number of serial killers has drastically been reduced. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's hard to commit a crime and get away with it. I mean, you got cell phones that have GPS locations. They can tell where all calls were made. So if someone winds up in a street in the middle of the road or a body dumped in a wooded area, they can map for 30 days all cell phones that were in that proximity and where they went, where they came from. Like, good luck. Like, if you know, so if anybody needs to commit a crime, highly recommend leaving your cell phone at home, any electronic device. I mean, I'm not trying to give you guys any pointers or anything, but just saying, don't bring your cell phone with, you know. But yeah, serial killers, man, it's, you know, I was about to say now serial killers just work for the government. Those are the biggest serial killers, but you got to do it professionally. You got to go all in.
Got to be on payroll.
Yeah, exactly. You got to do it legally. That's how we do it around here. But no. So we're big foodies here. We like food. I'm a big food guy. If you were on death row, it was your final meal, what would be your meal of choice, and then what would be your dessert if you're a dessert type of person?
It's a good question. I'm going to probably go with like a bomb-ass spread of sushi and a big bowl of ramen would be my end game. A nice cup of tea. And for dessert, a big-ass bucket of gummy bears. And I'll be happy.
That's pretty legit choice there. That's probably one of the best choices. Ramen, sushi, gummy bears, and tea. Can't go wrong with that. I think that almost sounds like what my kid would like. She likes all of the above, sushi and ramen.
Hmm.
Do you ever do like a late night ramen? Do you like ever get in the mood where you're like, oh, I need some ramen, and then you're just like fucking late at night?
Often. I do, and I probably go a little overboard because sometimes I'll add like a boiled egg. I'll saute up maybe like 4 or 5 shrimp, put those in there. You got to be fancy.
Yeah, no, that's how you do it. You got, like you said, the egg in the ramen is a clutch move. I don't know about everybody in chat, but yeah, it's definitely a clutch move. Yo, welcome in. TG, welcome into the stream. Thanks for coming in with the first time chat. Hopefully you enjoy your stay here. If you do, drop a follow. If you also enjoy Amazon Artemis, drop her a follow as well. Straight vibes here. Yo, Texan, welcome in. Welcome in. Remy with the W2s with your serial killer. I know, right? I'm going to put my W2. Sounds good as fuck. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, we love some ramen with some shrimp and some egg.
Yeah. Makes it pop. Hey, Remy. Thanks for stopping by.
I add some cream of mushroom soup to make a kind of casserole and maybe a can of tuna depending on the flavor. Let's go. Yeah, always spice it up to how people like it, you know. I'm always up to new ways of eating meals. Like I couldn't believe it. I usually, you know, I know a lot of people, they're big into steak. I usually don't eat a whole lot of steak, but we threw some steak yesterday on the grill, and man, now I can see why people grill steak. That stuff was so good. The outside was just crispy enough, and then the inside was still juicy. I loved it. It was tasty. Cream of mushroom is the bomb. Yeah, cream of mushroom's good.
Yeah.
We like to do cream of mushroom on top of pork chops. I like doing that, you know, cooking some pork chops with some cream of mushroom. How do you order your steak? How about you, Amazon? How do you order your steak?
Oh, believe it or not, I probably lose followers. I'm not real big on steak. I'm not real big on steak or burger, but if I do have one, I guess medium rare, so you can taste that meat. But with burgers, definitely well done. If I have one.
Yeah, no, everybody doesn't like me either. I'm a well done type of guy. I like my stuff like a jerky. Like they're like, no, you gotta have it rare. You gotta have the juices, and I'm just like, I get thrown off. I'm just like, it's not cooked all the way, and then I think of like microscopic parasites. I'm like, is this really worth having larvae in my small intestines? You know, it's like, I don't know. But whatever. Medium rare is the only way. Yeah, I order mine verbally and then also prepared in perspective dance. Interpretive dance. Sorry, I can't read. I'm terrible. I'm still waking up. Okay, Jen, I'm still fucking waking up.
Early.
I prefer mine rare though. Nice. Yeah, I know a lot of people eat it rare. I mean, shit. There's like I'm in all kinds of groups, right? Like I'm in wild ass shit, from lifestyle groups to food groups to dieting groups and whatever, right? I'm everywhere across the internet, and one of those groups I'm in is a carnivore diet, right? You know, and these people just eat meat. They don't eat nothing else, just meat related things, and which is, I think, is great because it's kind of like keto. It puts you in ketosis, so you're just burning fat constantly. So a lot of these people lose ton of weight just by eating meat, and apparently in the meat there's still a lot of vitamins that you would get that you still get from veggies. I love my veggies too much. I love green beans and Brussels sprouts and turnip greens and whatever. I love it all. So it's hard for me to do something like that, but I get in these groups, and you see like the extremists, like the people who like, you know, take the dieting to a whole nother level. And I think it's the same with vegans, right? Like, I've met some people who are fruitarians. I've never heard of that before. Fruitarian. This is someone who just eats fruit all day. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but you need protein, you know, and I think some people, you get too much protein too. But some of these people in these carnivore groups, they eat raw meat. And I don't know about that. Like they're like, oh, my stomach, or, you know, I think the closest to raw stuff I could do, is like fish maybe. And that's like usually treated with like lemon juice or some type of processing way that kills everything, right? Like sushi. Some people eat raw sushi. I don't know about. Have you ever ate raw sushi before?
I haven't made the jump to raw yet. No.
Yeah, I see. I don't think I can do that. It's like, I mean, stuff's treated and cooked for a reason. So watching people eat like raw ground beef or straight steak, just straight cut of meat, blood, it's like just I couldn't do it. Sushi is my favorite, probably because they die fast. Sprouts. Did someone say Brussels sprouts? Yeah, I love Brussels sprouts. You cook some Brussels sprouts with a little bit of, what is that? I can't say this, so prepare. Worcestershire, Worcester, something sauce. You know what I'm saying? And then you throw a little bit of bacon in, and then I like to cut them in half, the Brussels sprouts, and then I sear them in a skillet with some butter or something too. Or oh man, it's so good. You got to sear them.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that stuff. Yo, Heavy Hustle coming in today. Yo, Heavy, how you doing, my man? Glad that you're here. Great show of strength in your bullying of Let's Be Frank. We did the Fall Guys event this weekend, and Frank pulled through. We had like 10 games, 11 games, and Frank won like 70% of them. And the whole time, every game, Heavy Hustle's like, you got to bully Frank. You got to bully him. Everybody bully him. And no one was bullying him. I think everybody was scared of Frank. They're like, well, if we bully him, then he's going to bully us, and then we'll just die faster. So it is what it is. But no, we've got to do some horror games. I think a horror style community event. I want to find a horror game that has a lot of players. That's why I asked you earlier if it was only 5. I'd love to find some type of horror game or some community game that has a horror aspect that is like 10 plus players, or at least close to that. I know you said 8 survivors and 2 killers, or 6 survivors and 2 killers is coming. That might be something to consider.
I actually have a recommendation for you, and it's perfect for you. Killer Time from Outer Space. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I have. I actually was going to stream it, and I scooped it up. I pre-ordered it. I started to play it, and unfortunately, my CPU was lagging to the point where it was like 100% processing, and I had to return the game, and then I ordered a new CPU. We got that installed, so I haven't tried it again. I haven't purchased and downloaded it again. Might do that to see how it goes. I think at the moment I'm on the fence because I just need a new graphics card all around. I think I need to update that so it can take off all the extra it's taken from the CPU. So I think once I do that, I might dive in because I even turned the graphics all the way down, turned off motion blur, and it looked like shit, and I was still lagging, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I can't even play this stuff on low, so I just need a new graphics card. But no, it looks like a fun game. The only thing I didn't like about it, just in the short period of playing it, were the little mini games. I wasn't really vibing with that mechanic, because, and then also, I think they probably improved it now. I know they've done a lot of patches since it came out, but one of the things is like I remember loading into a game as a survivor, and right there was the clown right as I loaded in, and I'm running away instantly. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I'm already being chased and killed.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bug fixes, and that was one. They usually have live streams to go over everything they're fixing, and that was a major concern. So they fixed that. Lots of bug glitches, and it's an enjoyable game, but once you're getting ran up on by 3 clowns, there's pretty much nothing you can do. So strength is in numbers with that game. If you stay grouped up, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it's almost a bullying process. Like you have to, like you said, you have to have it's strength in numbers. That's no better way to explain it than what you said.
Yeah.
Is that the same in like Dead by Daylight? Because I watch you guys play, and I watch everybody who plays it. I'm just kind of like unsure the strategy. Like I get it, but like or the objective, I guess you would say. Like, so I know you gotta do the generators to get out, right? Is that how that works? You gotta start the generators to get out of the map, or to open doors, or how's that work?
Correct. It's 5 generators and 4 survivors. So our mission is to get all of the generators done and to escape. Of course, while saving each other from hooks, running the killer. It sounds easy, but it can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Strength is in numbers in that game as well, but I'm not fortunate enough to have what they call a Swift. It's basically a survive with friends where you have four people that you run with. If you're lucky enough to have that, beautiful. You're probably playing a completely different version of BDD than the rest of us. I'm solo queue, and on the days that I stream, I have a really good friend. Shout out to Improv, who joins my stream so that I'm not getting destroyed while I'm on stream. And he always has my back. The only thing about DBD is the better you are, the more you're going to get tunneled because you're a greater threat. So if you're going to a match and I have a flashlight and I'm running a killer and he's chasing me for so long, two gens pop. When he finally catch me, he's going to camp me out of the game. So you have to have three other people in the match that can have your back, take chase, and keep the killer off of you. That don't always happen, and then you're tunneled out really fast. So again, strength is in numbers with that game. They've added a lot of improvements for solo queue. Like we have a hub, so we know what everybody's doing. They put an anti-camp tunnel meter that does absolutely nothing. But at the end of the day, the game it's still fun. It's addicting. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. Every match is going to be different. And the best part sometimes is you move into these matches with killers with this great personality. So you have these phenomenal matches, good ones, so they respect you as a looper. They're not overly tunneling you. It's just like, damn, you outplayed me, and they let you walk out the door. Those are the best matches. You know what I mean? So yeah, DVD is one of those games, man. You're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. There's no in between. There's no in between with DVD.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think you know quite a bit about it. I'm like listening to you, and I get an idea, but since I'm not an active player, like I can only imagine. Like you said, the looping and you said tunneling. Is that what it's called? Tunneling.
Yeah, that's tunneling. It's when a killer just focuses on one player to tunnel them out and get them killed. So you get two
Oh,
times to
okay.
be on a hook. Yeah, and the third time you're dead. So if you're getting tunneled and you have other people in the match that's not going to take aggro to come get the killer off of you or take a hook or a hit for you, you're out. It's going to be a quick match for you. Ready up, try again.
Yeah, no, I think that's what
Yeah,
I would do. You kind of focus. I think the tunneling. I mean, it's a strategy, right? You got to focus on the one person, keep
that
hooking
part.
them,
That
and get
part.
them out. Yeah.
Right, right. So it's all about strategies, mind games, and coming out victorious.
So how long have you been streaming now?
I went live for the first time January 31st of this year. And I
Awesome.
started off with no camera, um, just me and my PlayStation. I put a goal out to, once I hit affiliate, I'll start going live with my camera set up. I hit affiliate within about 3.5 weeks. I wasn't ready to hit affiliate that quick, so I kind of stalled out the camera. And in about 6 weeks, I finally went live with my camera. And yeah, I've been loving it. So January 31st was my very first stream. Yeah.
Oh, awesome! Congratulations, starting off a new year and streaming. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So, do you have any plans for or ideas of what you might do for your anniversary next year? Are you kind of thinking of anything of what you might do?
I'm thinking, but I haven't landed on anything serious yet. You guys know I love Elvira. So I wanted to do like a movie host, but I didn't want to just be sitting here watching a movie. I still want to game, but my setup isn't going to allow me to game and have a movie playing. So I'll probably have to scrap that idea and figure something out. But I got time. So the wheels are turning.
Yeah, no, you got plenty of time. There's a lot of
Yeah.
time still left there, but I always like to ask because I'm an insider scoop kind of guy. I want to know what I'm looking forward to in the future. Yo, it's me, Jessica. Welcome in, welcome in. That name,
Yeah.
that name reminds me of the movie. Is it White Chicks? It's me, Jessica. Or what
Hi,
movie is that?
Chick.
Hot Chicks. Is that what it was? Yeah.
Me, Jessica.
Yeah, I love it.
It's in there.
Oh my goodness. I I love the name. So congrats on the names there, Jessica. Appreciate you coming through. Hot Chick. See, that's a. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid. I can't believe it's been that long. It's an older movie now. Makes me feel old. It is a classic. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. So what I read your bio here. We went over that. What inspired you to stream? Like it said you always wanted to stream. Did you have favorite streamers you watched, or did you say, "Hi, I want to create content"? What kind of started the ball rolling in the streaming content creating universe?
I'm such a DVD advocate, and I've been playing the game for so long. I really felt like I had some wisdom to share. You know what I mean? Like, and I love teaching new players how to play. Since streaming, I think I've brought in like I call it coming to the dark side. I think I've brought like 6 or 7 of my viewers over to the dark side, and they play DVD now. 2 of them are getting really good. Like their looping is really coming along. So yeah, I just want to be like the DVD den mother. I just want to teach people how to play and welcome in new players the right way. It's a lot of toxic shit going on in DVD. So I want to be the hub of learning how to loop, learning how to mind game, learning how to palette play the right way, but chill vibes, not being all toxic, you know? So that was a big part of me wanting to stream. I do have a favorite streamer. Her name is Diehard Diva. She is absolutely amazing. She is my DVD guru. Um, she gave me the confidence without her even knowing to get up and go for it. You know, you don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to talk a certain way. You'll find your audience. You know, your people will come. And so that was just a big part of it. Just so in love with DVD, wanting to be a part of it, wanting to show my wisdom and share my wisdom with other viewers and players. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I get compliments from family when they come visit, like, oh, your room is so dope. It's so dope. It's like a perfect setup. And so it is a perfect setup. So it was a lot more motivation to get going. That was one less thing I had to worry about. I had everything going for me in the background. So yeah, just a long time gamer of all games. And I wanted to share it. I was thinking about having a Fallout Friday because like I told you, I think I have maybe about 1,200 hours in Fallout 4. I'm on my
That's a
third
lot.
playthrough. It's a lot of hours, you know, but I'm a gamer. You know, if I put a game in, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna trophy hunt. I'm gonna enjoy my game. So Fallout Fridays is probably going to be coming soon. And yeah, again, just pick my brain. Whatever kind of questions you want to ask. Different playthroughs, good, bad, you know, different decisions. So I think that'll be something fun to look forward to. And it's still like within my theme. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I always tell people too, like it's always okay to even step out of the theme and the vibe, especially if it's only for like one day of the week, right? Like if it's a Friday or you do a special event celebrating follower goal, sub goal, birthday stream, stream anniversary, affiliate anniversary. It's always cool to switch it up and okay to get out of that comfort zone. But I like the horror vibe. I'm all for it. That's kind of my genres that I kind of look forward to, especially when I stumble across people who got that horror vibe and they own it, right? I'm like, oh, I'm in. I'm all in. It's like a game of poker. But I did give a shout out here to Diehard Diva just to kind of show her in case she's looking at her the thing and she's like, oh, who the hell is this? And why'd they give me a shout out? So they can refer to the upload and things like that you gave her some love as an inspiration.
Yeah,
so that's good.
Amazing. I mean, phenomenal streamer. I love her. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And so what's been so far with streaming? What's been your most memorable experience? I know it's only been about 7 months in or a little bit close to that. What's been like something that stood out that's either happened that you've done or accomplished, or maybe someone from chat's come in, or just an activity? What's kind of stood out as a really good memorable experience so far in your journey?
Like when I was younger, I wanted to be in advertising and marketing. So I'm really good at marketing my channel and my page. So I'm everywhere. So I went live one day and I had my awesome community waiting for me. And we was building up some steam. I had about 22 viewers having some phenomenal runs on DVD, like the best matches. I get rated by another one of my favorite guys, and he came in with like 32 people. I got so many follows. I got so many subs. I held those 52 people, Jokerdad, for like almost 2 hours. Pretty much everybody that came in with the
Awesome.
raid
That's great.
stayed. It was phenomenal. And yeah, it made my day. It was amazing. And then it was also my longest stream to date too, because every time I was like, all right, you guys, that's it. It was like, no, one more, one more. So chat was popping, my mod was popping. Shout out to Remy, shout out to O'Neill. They was holding it down in chat. It was epic. It was epic.
Yeah, those are those big streamer moments, right? That really make you enjoy getting to where you're at, and you're great. You do good marketing. I tell everybody it's all about promoting your brand, what you're doing. You know, that's something that we've tried to teach or inspire people, because once you hit affiliate, the game changes. It's a totally different adjustment from hitting that 3 average viewers. Now, honestly, you know, because it's what sucks. I feel like Twitch should take away the average viewer requirement, but I don't know how or what you would replace it with. I think that mindset straight out of the gate is a negative mindset when people are focusing just on viewership, because it puts people in a mind of, oh, I got to get more viewers, but not of how do I get more viewers or how do I promote myself, you know, and get out there, because the viewers will come over time as you either become better at the game you're playing, as you become a better entertainer, as you become you know, better adjustments to the stream, more interactive, or even as you promote yourself out there on these other social media sites to draw people in. You know, there was someone who came in earlier who said, oh, I saw you on Instagram. And that could have been your Instagram. That could have been my Instagram, because I tagged you right before we went live. And it's a habit that you have to get into. I usually don't sometimes use those things, but I knew you were on Instagram. I knew you were on Twitter. I've got you followed. I'm always watching your vids on there. You're always posting stuff up. It's great because, like, I love seeing that. And, you know, I'm always wanting to associate myself with individuals with like-mindedness who are trying to put in the effort and the ability to grow. And I want to help them grow too in the process, right? Like, I want to give them the community, the keys to the castle, and promote them. That's why we did the Echo Zodiac hosting the Fall Guys event on Saturday, because I want other people to share this platform. So it's awesome to see that you're out there really putting the effort. So kudos to you. You get all that you deserve in your growth, and it's awesome because you're at over 300 followers. So before you know it, we'll be pushing 400 and then 500, and the sky's the limits. I can't believe it.
You want to know a secret, Jokerdad? When I go live, I hide my view count.
That's awesome.
Maybe once an hour, I'll click it to see where I'm at, but I keep it hidden. I just want to focus on chat, my game, and just putting on a good show. You know, I'll get too caught up in the numbers, seeing a drop, seeing a gain, seeing a drop. I check it once an hour, and I leave it hidden.
Yeah, see, and I think it's good preference. You know, I've heard a lot of streamers who come on, and I ask them, well, what's kind of advice that you can give to a streamer starting off, right? And that's something I'll ask you as well here, or that's a question you can answer here momentarily. But a lot of the times the answer is hiding the view count. You know, I hear that all the time, and you know, I've hit it myself. We actually have it up here. Right above me. You know, I keep it going because I've actually learned, and I could probably do it after stream and look at the analytics and go through it that way and see it off stream, because unfortunately it probably does at times when you take a dip, which is natural, guys. You know, like I don't want people to be discouraged when they're streaming and wonder why they went from 8 viewers down to 4. You know, losing half your viewership doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing something terrible. You know, those people have to leave. People have to leave. They can't commit. Like even right now, We've had some people who stop in. They say good morning at the beginning of the stream. I would say a lot of those people aren't here no more, or they're lurking, right? They've had to go get breakfast now. They got their kids. They got to get their kids' baths. It's summertime. Maybe they're going to the pool. Whatever they're doing, they're working. They're working from home. I know you, Amazon, you work from home, so I'm sure there's a lot of times where you come in here and you're busy. You like to still show some love, but then you've got to AFK for a bit, maybe stop back an hour later, and that's how streams are. A healthy environmental stream on Twitch is ups and downs. Like you said, it's great when you can engage with chat. The numbers stay statistically, but also that's how I know sometimes that streams aren't genuine. Viewer counts aren't genuine in streams. If I see somebody AFK and they say, well, I'm running to the store real quick, I'll be back in 15, half an hour, and they AFK and they're sitting at a solid 50 the entire time, and they haven't dipped under that after going AFK, there's something going on there. There's no way that all 50 people are going to stick around. Some people will leave, more people will join. So throughout a stream, the ups and downs are normal. And I think with viewer count, one thing we used to do here on the Jokerdad Spotlight during the early ages of the show, we would talk, we'd hang out, we'd vibe, we'd burn through the questions really quick, and then we'd play a game of Fortnite, because that's what we play here on the stream. We play Fortnite. So I'd tell the guests, hey, before you come on the show, if you would like, we could play some Fortnite, just a game afterwards with the guests. So if you could download it, get it going, we will do that at the end. We would get to the end of the show, and I'd think the guests are coming on. We'd start playing a game, and then half the viewers would leave right as Fortnite would start. And I'm like, I guess people are done with the show. They've got to meet the guests. They got to know everything about them. They don't want to play. They don't want to watch us play Fortnite. So there's two different audiences. There's an audience who likes watching me play Fortnite, and there's an audience who likes coming on and watching the show for what the show is. When Fortnite comes on, they're not interested no more, so they'll leave. And that was a learning experience. And without the viewer count being noticed in real time, I wouldn't have known what was driving people away, so I wouldn't know how to adjust the content that I was creating to counter that individuals leaving. So now I would rather just raid out with people before they leave than to wait for everybody to leave and then raid out with lower numbers of people who are, still. So thank you for all those who stuck around for my horrible Fortnite gameplay with the guests during the early ages, but it is what it is. And I want to thank Mr. Vinjak as well for coming in. How's it going, man? We got some more follows up there. Nightmare Master, thank you for coming in, showing some love. You said it's hard on that average viewer count. The thing is a lot of people think it's hard on the average viewer count, and it was initially for me as well. Like I wasn't one of those individuals who hit affiliate overnight. But once I learned the method at which was successful to hit affiliate pretty easily, I've helped so many people hit affiliate within 8 streams. 8 streams is all you need. 8 streams at 2 hours a stream, 2 to 3 hours a stream is plenty. If you want to go, I say 2 hours is a solid amount. If you want to go 3, that's cool too. If you're over the 3 average viewers during that time at which you push into the 3rd hour. But networking is key. I've said it. The word networking is kind of overly used. I like to say relationship building, because that's what it is. If you're just there to network, that's a little bit of difference than relationship building. Still working on my niche. Niche is the hardest. Unless it comes natural. We had the horror vibe. When I first initially started, I didn't have the face cam. I didn't have the overlays. I didn't have. Like you said, you didn't have a webcam, right, Artemis? You started off with no webcam.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's even harder, because I tell people webcam is crucial, and or VTuber, some sort of interaction like a PNG tuber, something that's bouncing on the screen as you're verbally communicating. People like to have a connection with some type of object that corresponds what they're hearing. So to just hear someone and not have a visual interaction with it is hard. I think it's very hard to build relationship with someone unless they're really captivating with audio. Like if a person's voice influx is really loud, they grip you with their voice. That helps a lot. So keeping conversation flowing like we're doing here with this conversation is great. But I think you'll find your niche. It'll come over time, and I think to find the niches, it's okay to switch it up. We talked about earlier getting out of the horror genre, with even if it's just a stream, checking out a different type of vibe. Even though you're still going to be horror, your vibe's always going to be horror. But I think it's healthy for everybody, and not specifically your case. If you never left the horror scene, I'm not going to be sad because I love the horror vibe. But maybe somebody who comes in who wants a change of atmosphere, I guess you would say, right? A little vibe change. We've done a few things. Some people may like it, some people don't. And for all the horror fans and the vibe that you've got them accustomed to, they may be like, "Oh, wait a minute, this is different. I don't like this." But for somebody new who's not too accustomed to your vibe, they may enjoy it as well. So I think it's good to switch it up, keep it fresh, and that's with anybody out there. I fell for that shit too when I started. I've been doing different games and just started doing just chatting or reviewing. I think that's great too. I tried being faceless at first. Yo, Bella, and faceless is I feel, just as good, like people don't have to have a cam, but if you don't have a cam, you have to work it twice as hard, verbally. You really have to be captivating even twice as hard with just audio, and I think that's tough. I think with starting streaming and trying to hit affiliate without a face cam, you're just fighting against the odds, right? You really are like making it harder on yourself, and it was hard for me because I'm a person who doesn't like to be visually shown. I'm not a very person who thinks highly of myself. So that's one reason I like the face cam here, or the virtual overlay, because I'm able to feel more comfortable in my skin without constantly feeling like I'm being judged. I think if I didn't have this fully, I would be wearing glasses or a mask, or I'd be doing VTubing. I don't know why. It just makes me feel more comfortable, right? And I think when I'm more comfortable, I'm more genuine in myself. I'm more entertaining for the chat. So that's kind of how I go. And then you mentioned followed for follow. I think, a lot of people get stuck in that. You just end up not having people show up to the stream because they're only there to follow you, or they'll follow you, you follow them back, and then they'll unfollow you immediately. It's like, what the hell? Like, why'd you do that? That doesn't work. I see you, like I see what you did. Like, what are you doing? Need better equipment too. Yeah, it's a slow process. I think I tell people, if you want to start streaming, I know a lot of people who just started streaming off of an Xbox or a PlayStation. They didn't have a PC. They just streamed from their console. I tell them, if you're streaming from a console, get a web camera. Get the web camera for that console that's supported. Then once you go there, you go to the next upgrade, go light stream. You can add overlays and extra features that are just on console. And then once you go there, maybe get a laptop, cheap budget laptop with a capture card. Then now you're taking up less resources off the gaming device, and now you're streaming it to the laptop and using OBS. Now you can do the overlays and the extra features through the laptop. So if you can't buy a big gaming rig, there's also Bella, for example. She just purchased a mini computer. Those mini computers are pretty nice. They pack a punch for budget, $300, and you can get yourself a nice mini computer that's as good as like a PlayStation or close to it. But a good question that I was going to ask, just to get a little bit more background. Do you have brothers, sisters? Tell us a little bit about the family.
I do. I have, let's see, 2 older brothers, myself, a sister, and then 2 younger brothers. So there's quite a few of us.
Oh, wow. And you're the middle one, huh?
Yeah, I'm the middle baby.
Yeah, stuck in the middle with you. That song always gets stuck in my head.
I'm the middle one, the black sheep.
And you said you have a little one, huh?
I do. I am a mom of just one. Um, she's amazing. I mean, honor roll student, respectful, into sports, gamer. She's an amazing kid. I got lucky. I put in the work.
No, that's
Yeah, she's
awesome.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
What kind of games does she play?
She's more of a what's it called? Mash button. So like multiverse, Smash Brothers, Pokemon. She's really big on anything Mario, Mario Kart, all those type of games. She's a Switch player, so she's going to be on the Switch for quite a while. I'm not going to upgrade her to a PlayStation for a few years. So yeah, but she loves it, and she's also a computer gamer. She has a really nice gaming laptop, and she's badass with mouse and key. So it's pretty nice seeing her play Fortnite with that mouse and key. She's on it. So yeah,
Awesome. Yeah, no kudos.
you know
Shout
what I
out.
mean.
Shout out to the mouse and key players out here. I love it.
Shout out,
All
big shout
you,
out.
yeah, all you console gamers with your controller and aim assist. Get good, chat. Get good. No.
That's all we have. I was like sitting here with my controller. But yeah, all I have though is my PlayStation 5, my laptop, and Lightstream. And I make it work.
See, light stream right there. I love it. A light stream streamer. I love it, and I think
Mhm.
that's great.
I
Like
make it
I
work.
think,
Yeah.
yeah. So and I think like there's stages. Like as long as that works and you're producing the best content you can with what you have, I think that's
Mhm.
awesome. You know, and
Mhm.
there's always like as you grow. What I did personally was, I started on a very budget. I was actually using a laptop that my wife got from a coworker at work. The monitor is an old laptop. The monitor screen went out, right, and they thought it broke. They thought the whole computer was dead. It still powered up and everything, but the monitor wouldn't work, so they thought it was dead. I came home. They gave the laptop free to my wife. They're like, "Here, you can just have it." I came home. I plugged a monitor right into the side of it, and boom, it loaded up. So I was like,
Yeah.
perfect. I was like, I got a new laptop. Let's go. So I started streaming off of that with only one monitor. And then we moved. Oh, I had a friend, a mod, send me an extra monitor he had. We went to two monitors. Then I started saving, and then we eventually upgraded and got a microphone, and then a better web camera, and then a second web camera with what the community has donated. So everything that I received through subs or bits, some way or shape, go back into the stream. We bought the clown shoes, the socks I wear. The socks I wear are not cheap. They're fucking $15 a pair of socks that we get here. We get the high quality stuff. The fortune cookies we open, the sprays, everything is kind of added on, and that's always something that I tell streamers to do. Like it may take a while to get subs or bits or donations, but save those and set them aside, and then use that to put back into the stream, either by trying to get a budget laptop or a new camera, and then while you improve your stream, the more frequent the donations and the subs and bits will come naturally, because of the quality of the stream is improving. To go live without like a web camera, and then you're just talking and they only see the gameplay, and you're not affiliate yet, or you just hit affiliate, and then straight out of the gate you're like, all right guys, subs, bits, you can now sub and bid, and once we do this we'll get this. I think it's cool to focus on those things and push those things, but too much is a throw off, and I've learned that as well. But yeah, so we went over the little one, so that's awesome to have a kid gamer. We got some kid gamers here, and we also do once in a while. We'll probably start doing it again. We do a night here in the community where we've done it I think twice now. Kids night. So all the members, we vet, the members and their kids and stuff, and we give them a place to play Fortnite or other games. in like a party structure, and allow them to kind of like socialize with other kids their age. Because I know like in Fortnite, even my kid or some of the other mods, like their kid likes to play, but they don't have a whole lot of friends, right? So they play public groups, and then those public groups are filled with weirdos, right? And they're all using mic. There's like other people swearing and maybe saying things inappropriate. So it's really hard out there to like provide a safe space for our kids to play. So we decided to do that within the community, but it's only like there has to be a vetted adult available to represent the kid, right? So especially if a kid comes in and one of the kids are wowling out, it's like, hey, now I know your daddy. Don't make me go talk to him. Like, I'll unfollow your daddy if you keep it up. No, I'm just kidding. One less follower for them. No, I'm just kidding. But no. So, do you have any heroes in life, fictional, non-fictional, that you look up to that's kind of inspired you, either in everyday life or even in streaming?
I'm gonna go old school and keep it simple with my parents. My mom and dad are like the pillars of strength. They're not together anymore, but growing up, watching them overcome anything that was thrown in their face, it was inspiring. It's why I'm so strong. It's why I don't back down from anything. It's why I don't run from a challenge. My dad had this old school saying, put your thinking cap on. And to this day, when I get into something that I'm frustrated about, I sit down and I'm like, okay, Juanita, put on your thinking cap. So I'm going to have to keep it classic with my parents. Shout out to my mom. I love you. And shout out to my dad. I love you, Daddy. So, yeah, they made me who I am. Yeah.
Sorry I had to do that. Shout out mom, shout out dad.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's mom and dad's out there getting a shout out. No. No, but I love it. I love it. I mean, and that's what it's about, like it's good to see that your parents installed a nice way of thinking, positive way. A lot of people get frustrated, they get angry. I think the biggest thing when it comes to that is chill, take a breath, reevaluate the situation, from a level head. And that's something I've had to learn over time. I didn't have that family structure of that mindset. I actually had to grow into that mindset naturally through myself and influences of things around me. And sometimes I do panic. I've got, just like your title said, anxiety, right? And that's a biggest, like we are our own worst enemies. Ain't nobody gonna, treat me bad or make things more difficult than myself. Right. And then dealing with myself on top of the other outer influences can be tough too. So I think the first thing, like we were speaking of, just evaluate the situation, look at it from a fresh set of eyes, and then troubleshoot it from there, and try to provide some sort of solution or way of resulting and being okay with the outcome, no matter what the outcome is. I think that's a big thing too, is to not beat yourself up because you didn't have the best stream. I hear it daily, being a community organizer and a leader of the kingdom. People are in hardship. Streaming is very tough, guys. Like this isn't a very easy process. I mean, it's easy to hit live and just go and stream, but to retain viewership, to build a community, to engage with chat, these are very hard things. And people beat themselves up with it on a daily basis. So, you guys are all doing an amazing job, and never downplay the progression and the accomplishments that you exceed in this environment. It is good enough, and I think you guys got to remind yourself that what you're doing is good enough. I mean, obviously it can always be better. But you'll get there, and don't expect to get there overnight. I think we live in a time where instant satisfaction and gratitude, that, if everything's not great right out of the gate, then we question ourselves and doubt it. So, do you have any biggest fears in life? Things that kind of irk you that you're not too fond of? The horror queen. Are you scared of anything? Let us know.
No, not really. Not to sound
Uh-oh.
like a jackass or a jerk or
Fearless.
anything, but no, I don't like open bodies of water and being like right in the middle of it. I would never find myself in a situation like that. I'm more of a shore girl. That's the only thing I can think of that comes to mind. Yeah, that's probably about it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's probably about it.
we got Wahoo. Do you want to play a game? I mean, we're gamers, Wahoo. We always want to play games.
Oh yeah, bring it on, Wahoo.
It says he mentioned when focusing on goals, you can't look at where you are and compare it to where you want to be. You always need to look at where you are and compare it to where you were. And that's correct, man. That's 100%. Like that's a good way of comparing it. You know, where I was at when I first started, where I'm at now, and look at the accomplishments. And really, like some people will be like, "Well, I'm not too far off from where I was," and I think that that's like an instant. Assurance. So, you're like, oh, awareness. I'm not that big from where I was, but even those small steps are huge. I think people downplay, their accomplishments when it comes to just like being more comfortable streaming. I think, let's put followers and viewers aside. How good are you being a showman or a showwoman? We're entertainers. At the end of the day, we're on a platform of entertainers. So you have to entertain some way or another. You have to provide something, if it's conversation like we're doing here, if it's your appearance, if it's you're funny, you're a good gamer, your gameplay's awesome. You have to have something there that ensures that people come back, even if it's just a soft vibe and good company, right? You just want to talk and you want to engage. There's someone out there who's going to like that and want to be a part of that. And now that's when the networking and the relationship building comes into play, because people aren't going to find you. Unfortunately, the Twitch algorithm's terrible. You might find someone who saw you on Instagram, but if you don't have an Instagram, how are they going to find you? So it's tough. It is a tough world out there, but you got to have great people like Wahoo to give you some great advice. Amazon Artemis, who's always out there showing some love. I catch you, Artemis, in other streams as well. You're in my stream, and that's how you build relationships. You go into other streamers' streams, you find other members of those communities who's also a part of other members' communities, and next thing you know, you guys are friends, you're having a good time, and you're there to support each other. So it's, mostly everybody who I've had on the show, I still support them one way or another. I might not be in their streams all the time, every time they go live, but if they run an event, they need help. They need an extra push of visibility. The Kingdom of Clowns always provides that platform for everybody. I have no favoritism towards anybody over others. If you're a brand new streamer straight out of the gate, I'm willing to give you the platform, but you also need to learn. I'm willing to teach you things that will help improve the stream, things like that. So it's it's just a process. That's all it is. And you want to surround yourself with nice people, because unfortunately, guys, to let you know, there are people out there who will take advantage of you. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. They will take whatever they can get as long as you're willing to give it. And I've learned that the hard way, because I wear my heart on my sleeve with providing everything that I've created and gained here on Twitch. People are easily to take it up, use it up, and then once they've received everything they can get out of me, they go on their way. And that's fine too. Maybe I'm just that step in the process for them. But, I'm not going to change how I do stuff, because I love everybody. And so speaking of loving everybody, thank you again, Amazon, for coming on the show, being here. Thank you guys in chat for being here. showing love to Amazon. Nightmare said, I sucked, still practicing on my showmanship. And I sucked. I remember when I first started, I was like this. Just looking at my screen, playing Fortnite, just not saying shit to nobody. 0 viewers in my chat. And then someone would stop in. I remember one night I had a terrible stream. You know, I was growing. I had once in a while I'd have a couple viewers in. And I remember one night I went live and nobody showed up. It was like 2 hours into the stream, 3 hours into the stream. No one's even stopped in to say hi. And I'm like, fuck. Like my mood was low. And then someone finally stopped in. And you know what they said? Hey, you look bored. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm bored. I was like, nobody's saying hi. And I was like, you're the first person to say hi. And you say I look fucking bored? Of course. But then I later, you know, half an hour later, I ended stream. I was distraught. I was like, what a fucking terrible stream. I was like, I don't even know why I wasted those 3 hours of my life. Next morning, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to have a better day today. We're going live. We're going to bring the energy. If some people show up, they show up. Went live very next day from a terrible stream. We had people show up. We had people support. We had people drop biddies and subs. It's the only time I've ever hit a level. I think I hit a level 14 hype train. And it was immediately after my worst stream. So I went from my worst stream ever 8 hours later to my best stream ever in a flip of a dime. So if I would have taken that negativity from the bad stream and just thrown in the towel or maybe talked myself out of streaming the next morning, I would have never experienced the greatest stream that I had, right? So you just got to take it for what it is and keep moving on.
Yeah, I agree.
So we do like to ask a little bit about your activities. If you could do anything for a day, money aside, time aside, what would you do? What activity would you do or event?
What would I do? I've always wanted to go in a hot air balloon. So that would be nice. Maybe like a hot air balloon at sunset would be pretty dope. Maybe dinner at Hell's Kitchen. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I love Gordon Ramsay, and I would love to go to Hell's Kitchen out in Vegas. That would be pretty raw. I like to go to Japan. You know, call in a chopper, pick me up, and take me out to Japan. Show me the sights. I would love it. From what I hear, it's like New York City times a million. And I would love to see that at least once in my lifetime. So, yeah, that's probably it.
I know we're a bunch of nerds here. We love Japan. I think it's like a nerd haven because like Japan, like they love the gaming culture. They like they just what's the word? I don't want to say endorse, but they just it's everything. They adapted it. They've adapted it into their culture. And it's awesome. I think Japan's great.
They have a DVD-inspired restaurant over there that I want to go to. Can you imagine that? Like, everything in the restaurant is Dead by Daylight inspired. The menu, the waiters, everything. I would love to go to that. And so...
No, that's awesome. If you ever go to that, you're definitely going to have to live stream it, right?
I know, right? Right from my phone.
Yeah, we met up with two streamers, Turtle Moving Slow, as well as Ellis Name, really great guys, and we did a live stream from the Mall of America. And as soon as I went live stream and had the IRL, unfortunately, I got botted while I was doing a live stream. So I had no way of modding my stream. And I'm sitting there getting botted. And I'm like, no. I was like, I can't do anything. But luckily, I had a couple mods who stopped in and they started. Because not only did I get bot viewed, but I started getting botted in chat. So they were all repeating the same thing over and over. And I don't know what the hell was going on. But luckily, I had some W mods, Leonessa and Zahabi, who are here right now. And they started hammering the ban hammer down. But so definitely if any of you guys out there ever do a live stream, definitely be weary of that, because I think those people know that you're doing a live stream because you're in the live stream category. IRL category, right? And they know that you're not near a computer, so modding it, they take advantage of that, unfortunately, and utilize that. Never enough caffeine mentioned living 3 years in Okinawa, which is awesome. That's cool. Bella mentioning visiting Italy. We got Mega Mediocre in the building. I know Ryder29 stopped in earlier. Email verification required. A great setting to stop bots doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think I enabled that after that. I'd have to go back and check. I know Mofo, I'm still here. No, man, you're not here. You're part of my imagination. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're. Stop talking like I'm not. Yo, bro. Appreciate you being here. Did you follow Amazon Artemis? That's the big fucking question, okay, guy? Did you follow her? Because if not, you're not here, man. You're not here. Because you're missing it all. No, okay. What else did I miss? Nothing. Yes. Oh, I'm a bot though. Okay, Wahoo. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What'd you say, Amazon?
I just was telling Ryder, thank you.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, see, Ryder, thank you. No, man, that's crappy because I wanted to do an IRL stream. Let's see here. In September when I got a Falling in Reverse and Tech 9 concert. What? Falling in Reverse and Tech 9. That sounds amazing. I'd love some Falling in Reverse and Tech 9. Yo, Coffee B, welcome in. I'm here. Twitch just keeps messing with me. Yo, Royal, I appreciate you still being here. Thanks for vibing with us this morning. Let's see here. Coffee, how was your weekend? Happy Sunday to you, or Sunday, Jesus Christ. Happy weekend to you, but happy Monday. I'm still trapped in Sunday. I wish it was still Sunday. I wouldn't be going to work here.
Me too.
But here, I'm going to pull back up your stream or your page here, and we're going to check and see if we got any funny clips.
Oh, goodness.
I like to go to clips and we like to do all, see what your community has clipped. I saw the one clip on social media where they were like bugging and like they like hacking or something, and they like dragged you out of the zone and into and you couldn't move. You just were in limbo.
Yeah, that was another one of those matches where it was a 5-gen run. I ran the killer for 5 gens. He should have backed off after 2 popped. So he tunneled out 2 of the people, and it was just me and a friend of mine's left. And the friend got stuck in a glitch, but it turns out he wasn't stuck. The hacker just made him like stay in place so he could toy with me. And he just started throwing me all around the match and throwing me behind the exit gate, and it was insane. It was insane. The only positive is at the end of it, he opened the door and let me go. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, it's definitely weird, you know, like seeing that stuff. I don't know how you would hack that game. Maybe there's programs. I know I originally saw a or watch videos where people say there's these programs out there that you pay a monthly sub to, and it works for like all these different types of games. So it's like an all-in-one program, and you can use that program on this game and do this on this other game. And it's almost like a Game Shark. I don't know if you guys remember Game Sharks as a kid, but you pop the cartridge on top of it and stick it in the N64 or Super Nintendo, and you had cheat code book. And each game had like 4 or 5 cheat codes for the book. And then you'd be able to do that. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like a modern day Game Shark, but a program for multiple games. And that's just nuts.
Yeah, DVD is one of those games that's hacked quite a bit, unfortunately. So you just play your match and move on to the next one. I'm on PlayStation 5. I can't do nothing. So
how do you like the PS5?
Oh, I love it. I've been a PlayStation girl since the first one. Actually, behind me is my gaming setup. I have a PlayStation 2, 3, the 4, and the 5, and then a Sega because I had to have a Sega. But I love the PlayStation 5. There's some features from the 4 that they didn't bring over. That's a little bit of a disappointment. Like not being able to have your theme. It is so cool to be able to buy a 99-cent theme or even one of the free ones and customize it. You know, you can't do that with the 5. It's a little boring. So But as far as the way it runs and handles gameplay and graphics, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big PlayStation fan as well. I've always been PlayStation over Xbox. Controller I like better. I know a lot of people kind of on the fence. Some people like the Xbox controller. I just never got around the handle of it. But I like how the
Yeah.
joysticks are aligned on PlayStation, and so if I were to play more console, that would be the direction I go.
Yeah, for sure. And I really love the shooting games with the PlayStation 5 controller. Like the vibration, the feedback is top notch. It's amazing. Call of Duty with a PlayStation 5 controller is it's refreshing when you get that kill. You can feel the vibration when you crack them, when you crack that armor. You know what I mean? It's nice.
Oh yeah. No, I agree.
Mhm.
Especially, I know there's some games where they utilize the microphone in the controller, or they utilize, oh, kitty kitty.
Yeah, that's
That's
my niece.
Minnie.
She always makes the guest appearance in my streams, and yeah, she's a big fur baby.
Yeah, they always love attention.
Oh
That's
yeah.
great.
And she hears me talking constantly, so she thinks I'm talking to her. So she's been hovering around my chair the whole time, and she finally just jumped up to say hello.
Oh,
Hey, baby.
that's great. No, we love
Yeah.
we're big animal lovers. My kid, who's still sleeping, which she must have been up late last night, she usually jumps on about this time and asks a question. I'll ask the question for her. What's your favorite, cats or dogs? And what are your favorite breeds of each animal?
You're trying to get me shot, man.
I know she's the one who usually asks the hard questions.
If I have to choose, I'm gonna choose cats. I'm sorry, dog lovers. I love dogs, love them, but cats just have my heart in a different way. I'm a cat lady. As far as breeds with cats, like Minnie, she's a tuxedo. Their demeanor is really calm. All black cats, tuxedo cats, they are so chill and loving. So those are my favorites. Yeah.
Nice. Do you have a
Yeah.
dog breed that you like out of dogs?
With dogs, I like any type of bully breed. Um, Pit bulls, Rottweilers, any of the bully breeds that are mislabeled and judged. They are the sweetest babies. Like I'm more comfortable around them than a small Chihuahua. I've been bitten by a small Chihuahua. I've never been bitten by a pit bull or a big dog. They comfort. They're big babies.
Yeah, I call
So
those type of dogs
yeah.
ankle biters. The little rat terriers, like I'm like fucking ankle biters. I
They're
went to a
vicious.
friend's house. Yeah, they are. I went to a friend's house and he lived upstairs and his roommate lived downstairs, which was an older gentleman, and the older gentleman had like three of those type of dogs. And I remember coming in the front door to get upstairs and I had to like jump. I had to prounce with my legs up because the dogs were so vicious. They literally bit through my blue jeans. Like I had blue jeans on and the dogs were like snapping at my ankles and the owner was just fucking laughing the whole time. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
funny. And I'm like, bro, get your fucking dogs before I start kicking them because I'm going to kick them. I'm going to kick your fucking dog. Like, yeah, yeet it across the room because what do you do? Like, I'm not going to let your dog draw blood and bite me through my pants. Like, but I felt bad because I'm a guest in this person's home, and I'm just like, I guess I got to hurry up. So I knew every time I went to my friend's house that it was like an RPG where I had to battle three dogs. It's like, all right, you got a health pot and you got a time second, to get upstairs. Here we go. But yeah, no, I love animals though. I love dogs. I love cats, same as you, but I also have to choose the cats. Yo, D Brick, thank you again for the biddies. Money, 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 dollar, 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 ching, ching, bling, bling. Yo, thank you. Royal said she has both as well. So how do you prepare your streams? Do you have like a ritual, a routine, a rhythm that you go through before you go live?
Actually, yeah, I do have a pretty solid routine. I wear a lot of black, so I'm pretty sure my outfits may look the same, but I usually pick out my outfit the day before because that takes me the longest. I like to pick out my outfit, sit in front of my PS5 camera, and kind of make sure the outfit looks okay from all the angles. I know, right? And then I'll make myself a little something to eat, something light. I'll make some tea. I'll get dressed. I'll roll up 2 fat blunts because my channel is 420 friendly. And
Let's go, chat.
I'll get my, oh yeah, get my headset together, get my laptop up and running, boot up that PlayStation 5. I always test my network. Always got to give the internet a quick test, make sure I'm doing well. Sit down, control my nerves, and start live.
Yo, Eagles chick, thanks for the biddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I loved it. That was like one of my first experiences into your stream. I came in and you were just blazing. And I was like, yes. I was like, the blaze time. Like, and I think actually like I quit smoking recently for like a month or two, maybe 3 months. And then I just kind of started again at a small pace. But as soon as I started smoking, my allergies started happening. So it's throwing me off. Like I may actually have to quit fully again because of the fact of I'm developing allergies in it. I don't know if it's like what they spray on it, you know, how they treat their whatever they're doing. Maybe it's just the strain where I got it. I don't know, but who knows? Maybe I've had allergy issues my whole life, but I've been smoking most of my life. So I'm starting to think like maybe my allergy issues were from smoking the entire time and I never knew. But it sucks because I love the vibe, right? I love smoking. I think it helps. It's very municipal and medicating, and it helps a lot, you know, for me and plus a lot of other people I know. So I love the vibes. Oh my God, Bella's starting a fire here. Thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
Oh, fuck no. Ugh. Sorry if I offended anybody, but fuck no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. You're like, nope. So what's your ideal pizza? What's your favorite pizza?
I like the deep dish, like a Chicago style. Like a deep dish, really cheesy, and I prefer sausage over pepperoni. And a ton of vegetables: green pepper, red pepper, spinach, pepperoncinis. Oh yeah, but I like it deep. You know, the thicker the better.
Yeah, like a pan, like you said, a Chicago. Do you like the sauce on top, like the cheese on the bottom? Like, because I know Chicago, they like to throw the sauce on the top, which is kind of a little different spin. But
no, I'm not a fan of that. I like it normal style. I don't know if you guys heard of them. Is it Papa John's? They have all of your ingredients underneath the cheese. I thought that was genius.
Yeah,
so
no, I think that
all
might
your
be.
Toppings. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, no, I like that too. I think that is a good way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love the cheese on top because it holds it all in, right? You're not having the toppings slide off the top or fall into the box.
Exactly.
And then the juices from the toppings kind of stay inside the pizza too. I like that.
That's a great point. Like a pocket.
Yeah, exactly. It's Yo, Super Wiki, welcome in. We got Never Enough talking about New York style horror. Papa Murphy's does that too. They call it the Chicago style. Yo, I used to like Papa Murphy's. It's like the take and bake place. We used to have one here in my town. They closed up, which I don't know why, but really delicious pizza. My favorite though is I'm a big fan of garlic. I love garlic cloves. Roasted them, throw that shit on a pizza. So they had like a veggie delight and it had garlic on it. Or they had like a chicken bacon garlic, I think. And I'd just order extra garlic on it, like pay an extra $1 or $2 and it'd just be riddled in garlic. And I loved the pizza. It was my favorite. But they stopped selling the garlic for some reason. They were like, nope. Yo, more love to Amazon from D. Money.
Thank you so much, Dee. I love you.
Awesome. Thank you again, Dee, for being here, showing some love to Amazon, vibing with us. We do got some more questions at the end of the stream. We do allow Amazon here to guide the raid to another W out there. So if you're not streaming, which I think your schedule's again Tuesdays and Thursdays, but if you were to stream, we would be able to raid over into you. If not, we will go to an individual of your choice. But I still want to check out some of these clips. So we still got them up here. We're going to scope some of these. Do you know any of ones that, man, you got a lot of views on your clips too. So that's awesome. Yo, D. Ada and Wesker, Mickey presence was so strong. Let's see here. Rank Rest Baby finally got a ghosty. Running with Vengeance. I know I was so awesome to see when I came into your stream. You had that clown killer, and I was like, yes, I get to see the clown killer because we were just talking about it.
Yeah, you gave us good luck. He was just peeking on. 2 matches later, you get the clown.
Yeah.
And he's a rare killer. He doesn't come out often.
Is it just because like people just don't pick him because there's better killers out there or easier ones? I know you were saying that, right? Is there some killers that are easier to play than others?
Yeah, the clown is like an old school killer. His powers are really strong, and he gives you really good gen pressure. But the newer killers these days have teleportation, aura abilities. They can see you. The new killers have so much going for them. A lot of the older ones just don't get picked that much. So it's really nice when you see a clown or Michael Myers or a Ghostface. That's why I go so crazy when I finally get a ghosty in my match. Like, oh my God, I got a ghosty. He's not easy to play. You really got to work those killers. So I love when I get a good ghosty or a good Myers. They're good killers. They're good players.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll actually watch your ghosty clip here while we're talking about it.
Sweet.
I'm not going.
That was actually my first webcam debut.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, I love it.
I'm not going front. That's how I got so good with. Well, I ain't gonna say so good, but that's how I got good with. Oh shit. My running, my looping, and all that shit because I'm a Claudette main, P100. So when you hit P100, them killers be on that ass. It's a ghosty! Oh my God, it's a ghosty! Sorry I got loud, you guys. I fucking love Ghostface. I don't simp for him though, but fuck, it's a ghosty. I'm so excited.
She said I don't simp for him though.
You gotta earn these cheeks. You gotta earn it. Because a lot of girls see Michael Myers and Ghostface and they immediately give them the game. Not me. I adore you, but you got to earn me on the hook, buddy. Come get it.
I love it. Yeah, you gotta work for this prize. Let's go.
Work.
Okay, come on. I might be going down. This is an unsafe pallet. Oh no, you were doing so good. Take that. I tried to blind him. Are we?
I love that. You take that. You're like, you're doing so good. You're talking about toxic. You trash talking the killer over here. I love it.
Audience to engage with.
Are we going around the merry-go-bush? Here we go around the merry-go-bush in the morning. 360,
oh,
baby.
you just schooled them. You just broke their ankles. You're like, psych! See, that's how I knew when I first started watching you stream, how I knew that you were a bully. No, I'm just kidding. It's like, she's playing this game really good. And I was like, at least, if I'm going to learn how to play this game, I'm going to learn it from you. So it's always a good vibe over there.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I like how you, like, that's the biggest thing of being a, being a good content creator and a streamer is like you do a very good job narrating and painting a picture of what's going on. You know, like I can kind of like you're keeping it engaged, you're keeping communication with your chat, with the audience, but you're also explaining what's going on while you're playing, and also just having a good time. And I think those two things together work really great for the stream. So if you guys who are new, just stopping in over the last half an hour, please go over, drop Amazon Artemis a follow, check out her stream. Plays a lot of DBD, some other games as well. Great vibes every Tuesday and Thursday night. Yo, Sweaty Snipes, welcome in, my man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, man. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Happy belated 4th. And hopefully a good remainder of this week that we just started. So and that goes out to everybody in chat. You know, even though it's Monday, everybody's like, "Oh, Mondays, right?" But take it in a good vibe, and I think before you know it, it'll be the end of the week, and we'll be able to rest, relax a little bit. If not, I hope I'm able to catch your guys' stream throughout the week. If you're not streaming, well, hopefully you have a good summer week and find something enjoyable to do and stay cool out there. You know, like Amazon said, it's fucking hot in a lot of these areas of the U.S. right now, or getting overly saturated with rain. I know we're kind of one of those areas. So stay safe, stay cool, and stay hydrated. I think that's a big thing too. Make sure you guys are keeping that water intake and don't get dehydrated out there. Let's see here. We're going to go back to clips again. We'll watch a couple more because I want to see some more clips. Here we go. Rank rest, baby.
Damn, he's back on them. Damn.
So how are you? I'm confused here. How are you knowing what's going on? What are you looking at? Or is there something you're looking at? Because you're like, oh, they're back on them.
Damn, he's back on them.
You see the HUD on the left side with all of our names?
Okay,
you can
yeah.
know when a killer is chasing someone, when they escape, when they're doing a gen, all that good stuff. And that's actually pretty new. They just threw that in there for us not too long ago. So it's
okay. Yeah, no, I like that. So, yeah, without verbal communication between the members, you can kind of like see, like you said, when they're being chased, when they're hooked, that's awesome. Yeah, because that's a huge point of like adjusting your gameplay, right? Depending upon what's going on.
Instead of just guessing. And actually, I'm not even having a webcam right here. This was one of my very first live streams. No camera, no overlay, just me playing.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, but even then, from the sounds of it, like you're very communicative, right? Like you're very engaging. There's no awkward silence. So like, as we were talking earlier, that's like what's crucial when being without cam is you need to talk, you need to narrate. So even now, like without having a camera, I'm asking questions. I'm wondering how you knew like what's going on. So that's awesome.
Damn. Right.
Oh, good I see shit. Right there. They got out.
Shit.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was going to get back in and see if they needed assistance.
Okay.
That's it.
That's what I like to see. He was thirsty out there.
Do you remember who was the killer in that game?
It was a knight, and I actually loved the knight. Love going against him. He can summon up guards, so he can be chasing you alongside one of his guards. So he's one of the trickier killers to get away from, but that's why I like him. I love a good chase. I love it.
Here we go. We'll check this one out.
Was lame. You gotta make it off the hook. Take that rope. Bitch. Got it this time. Get the fuck out of here. I'm running with a vengeance. I'm running with a vengeance. Bitch. Clip it. Clip
You're
it.
so dirty. I love
it. 2 Live, clip it.
Oh man, you're a bully. You're a bully. No, just kidding.
No,
you make it hard to get.
Killers can see. Yeah. When they notice that you're good in chase, they make it their mission to get you on that hook and get you killed. So You got to be fast on your feet.
No, I get it. Especially the harder you are to get, the more they want it, right? They're like, "Oh, I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
get you," like.
Oh yeah.
But no, I like it because like while they're chasing you, right, your other team is hitting the generators, right? And
Exactly. That's why you shouldn't waste your time with one survivor. If they run you for one gen, back off. Back off. Go put on some gen pressure. Because your objective isn't to chase me the whole match. It's to stop us from leaving. It's to kill everybody. So don't get caught up on that one survivor.
yeah, I might have to dabble with that sometime. I've watched it quite a bit lately. Your stream, a few other streamers. It looks fun. I've always, without knowing, I think that's why I've never really enjoyed it too much because I never knew what was going on when I watched it until honestly, you were one of the first streams where you were like talking about it more than some of the other streamers I watched. So I was actually learning through watching you play, while other times I watched streamers, I just was blindlessly not knowing what the hell was going on. Like I got the gist of it, right? Like here's the people trying to get away, and then the killers trying to stop them from doing the generator. But the strategicness, the methods at which are used to be successful in the game, I learned a lot from watching you. So kudos to you educating the chat and the community while you're playing. Is awesome.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Make sure the ad didn't run there. All right. So yeah, we got a couple more quick questions, and then we will be departing. I've had a blast having you on today. We've learned a lot about you, your likes, your dislikes, some of the things that you stream, your stream schedule, a little bit about your family, which is always great. But with the questions, we do have some fun ones, and one of the ones I like to ask is, if you were a superhero, what would be your superpowers?
Oh, invisibility for sure. I like to cloak, go invisible just like that. And I want the power to come when I snap my fingers. Boom, invisible.
Would you like to appear the same way? You have to snap and then boom, you're back.
Boom, I'm back. Make an entrance.
Yeah, some jump scares. Would you jump scare?
Oh yeah, I would jump scare quite a few people. Oh yeah.
I love it. Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, like right as they open the door.
And the ghost face mask.
Nice. Yeah. God, that would scare the shit out of me. I'd be so scared. So yeah, if we asked some streaming questions here too. We went over, you're getting into streaming. What if you had to rank? We did movie franchise. If you had to rank games based on like games that you grew up with or even modern games, what would be your top 3 games that you? I mean, obviously, I'm sure Dead by Daylight's going to be up there, but is it the first? Is that your favorite?
It's not the first, believe it or not. No. It's in the top 5 though. So my top 3 favorite games is going to have to be Fallout 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm going to have to give it to The Sims. Any variation of The Sims. It's what really got me deeply rooted into like long haul gaming. 6-7 hours. Like, oh my God, the day just kind of flew by. So yeah, Fallout 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, and The Sims. Big time. And all of those games, I have probably almost 6,000 hours if we're combining all of them. Probably 7 to 8. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Wow, nice. I love it. I mean, and that's how you know a good game. If it can compile someone to play that length of period, like you said, next thing you know, you look down 7 hours, playing a game, you're like, holy moly. And then you look and you really haven't even accomplished much. You're just like, oh, I raised this family and I gotta, yeah, exactly. Let's do more again tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, speaking of that, I mean, have you your schedule? How long do you usually stream during your stream days? So the Tuesdays and Thursdays, you said 6:30 p.m. PST, so it's about 8:30 my time. How long do you usually stream?
I go until my eyes are heavy because I'm only 2 days a week. I go until I can't anymore, and sometimes I'll end the stream and then start it again. Um, so 6 hours plus
Oh,
because I'm only here
nice.
2 days a week. Yeah, so we go all night. We go all night.
No, that's awesome. I like that, because like you said, I think for individuals who do 1 day a week, 2 days a week, I think long streams are great because, like you said, for someone like me who streams multiple times a week, I try to keep it short and sweet, to the point. But if I was only doing 1 day a week, yeah, I try to hammer it out as well. I'd be like, all right, guys, we're doing an 8 hour today and have some fun because it goes by quick when you're streaming. Like we've been here hanging out, vibing for a few hours now, and it just seems like we just sat down and chatted.
Yeah, yeah. And with a game like DBD, the matches themselves take long. You got to load into the match. They have to find other players. It is an MMR system, so they try to find players that's on your skill level, a killer that's on your skill level. So it takes time. So playing it for an hour or so, you might only have 2 matches on stream. So the longer the better with DBD, for sure.
No, 100%. I saw that, and that was honestly one of the things that kind of threw me off with the game is there's a lot of downtime. And even during the gameplay, it is still a little, I don't know, it's not very, the word I'm looking, captivating for some.
Right.
Like without
Right.
knowing the game, it was very hard for me to get in it. I always told people, I was like, man, my two least favorite games to watch people play, unless they're good or a great streamer like yourself. Like I think you're good at the game, but I also think you're a great streamer. So you hit both of the nails on it, right? So without being a great streamer and a good gamer at the game, Dead by Daylight and Call of Duty were two of the biggest ones that were hard for me to watch. Like I was like, I don't Call of Duty, I know what's going on, but it's Call of Duty. It's the same thing. And I'm like, okay, but if I find a good Call of Duty streamer who's really good at it, then it's a little bit more enjoyable because I'm watching them kick ass and taking names. And the same with DBD. When I watched you, I was like, well, this is no offense to other DBD streamers out there, but when I watched you, I was like, oh, this is great. Like I'm watching someone who's interactive, who's explaining what's going on, who's giving some strategies or trash talking, as we saw, and it's good. But you weren't like toxic about it. You weren't like, like I've seen some. I've gone into some DBD games where like, it's just really toxic, and I'm like, holy shit! Like not only toxic for the streamer, but also the other players who are playing in the game were very toxic. So like you said, it is a very toxic game, but it reminds me of like Overwatch. Overwatch is a pretty toxic game. I know some people say League of Legends is very toxic. Apex Legends, just a lot of games out there that people say are pretty toxic.
Yeah, I agree, big time. I've even been stream sniped, and that's when the killer comes to your match and watches you,
Oh
and
yeah.
his play style completely changes. He's being sweaty, he's being tunnely, he's being extra, and I like to think it's because of the vibes I was putting out. I'm not talking shit, I'm not berating him, I'm just playing my game. You know what I mean? I'm having fun talking to my chat, we smoking, we having a good time, and I think they picked up on the vibes. And I had one, I asked, I said, are you on my stream? And he shook his head yes. I said, are we having a good time? And he shook his head yes. And it was a great match. We just wound up farming. Everybody got good points, and he let us go. So I think if you're giving out those good vibes, people pick up on it. It doesn't have to be so toxic and nasty all the time. You know?
Exactly. Everybody at the end of the day is there to have a good time, right? Like even the killer, the survivors, yourself. And I think even during toxic moments, you can spin it pretty easily. And we got to remember that like we're in control of the outcome. So even if it's toxic, you can still be positive and change it around for yourself, but also for your audience and stuff. So that's big W's for keeping up and doing a good job. I think sky's the limit for you. I can't wait to see a year from now where you're at
Mhm.
when it comes to like, personal growth, your mindset, the community you're building. A lot of those great community members came in today. So I want to thank everybody who came in today, this morning, to show some love to Amazon Artemis, support her on her adventures and being on the Jokerdad spotlight. I think this is a huge milestone for not only me, but for Amazon here and for you guys to come through and show so much love. And I want to thank everybody part of the kingdom for coming in this morning, showing some love, saying good morning, wishing us a good, happy week. Hopefully your guys' week goes by great. Thank you, Mr. Vinjak, for being here, my man. Thank you, Zahabi, Ryder, Leonessa, Hurst, Royal Toughness, just all these big W's, Bella. You guys are all amazing for modding and keeping up the stream and doing your part. Eagles Chick still vibing with us. Thank you, Eagles, for being here. Jetty Boy still hammering it out as well. But yeah, unfortunately, we will be departing. So if there is a wonderful content creator and streamer that you would like us to bless them with your presence and my presence today, we'd love to go over and hang out with them.
All right, let's see here. Let's see who's online.
Here we go.
It's so early.
Comes the money. Money, 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 dollar, 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 chain, chain, bling, bling. Let's go, D,
Sorry,
with the
I'm looking
love.
through it.
No, you're fine. No hurries. We're just vibing.
Wait. What you got planned for the rest of your day, Jokerdad?
Just work, hanging out. I think today after work, I've got a friend of mine, me and him, we do metal detecting. So we go out, we use a metal detector and we find stuff. Unfortunately, a local here in town recently lost her husband and, very big community guy here in town. He ran a painting business and stuff like that, and the wife lost him recently. But in return of losing him, going through the memorial, she lost the last gift that he gave her, which was a pair of earrings. So one of the earrings had fallen out of her ear while she was out mowing the grass. So me and this older gentleman, we're gonna go look for her earring to hope find it as a memory, and she's trying to keep memories of her husband, and that was the last gift he gave her. So we're hoping to find that. So he's going out a little bit before I get off work for an hour or two before I'm able to attend. Hopefully he finds it before I get off work, but if not, he's going to come by, scoop me up, and we're going to go try to find this lady's earring from her belated husband. So that's kind of the plan for the day outside of working.
Absolutely amazing. Right.
It's always good to give back. Usually we have people who just ask us to come find their like property stakes. They're like, "Can you tell me where my property line is?" And I'm like, "Sure, we'll come check it out." But it's fun time. It was fun hanging out, getting ready to start my stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Yo, Eagles Chick, hopefully the rest of your day goes well too. Happy Monday to you. And hopefully the stream goes well. If you're playing some Fortnite, hopefully you get some dubs. Yo, D-Brick, you spoil us. Thank you, thank you. Money, 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 dollar, 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 ching, ching, bling, bling. So yeah, what are your plans for the rest of the day? What do you got planned?
I want to get some work done, and then I'm going to do a Costco run, get some groceries up in here, and cook dinner. And that's about it.
Nice. What's plans for dinner? What are you going to cook today?
I made spaghetti yesterday, so it could easily be like leftover day. So I'm not going to lie, my kid's not the biggest fan of leftovers. So I'll probably have spaghetti, but I might get a Costco chicken and she can devour on that with his side dishes. I'm not sure, but I'm not too above some leftover spaghetti. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, I could do leftovers, but like after like the second or third leftovers, I'm done. I'm like, I gotta have something new. I can't just eat leftovers all the time. So it's tough, especially when like sometimes like we have me and Joker Mom, and then we have two kids. The oldest kid is an adult now, never home. and the youngest kid's picky. So we cook for 4 people, but then we end up only having 2 people eat. And then sometimes I've ate a little bit at work before I come home, like I've taken a break and ate. So then I come home to a big cooked meal that's meant for 4 people. And then it's only Joker Mom eating, and then I'm eating a little bit. And I'm like, then we have a ton of leftovers. And then I eat that the next day, and then maybe the day after. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I need to eat something new. But yeah, I think a lot of people, we're all in America. We throw our leftovers in Tupperware, and then we throw it out like a week later.
Yeah.
But what,
So I don't.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
One more thing about me, I can eat leftovers day after day because I meal prep. So I'm down like 110 pounds. It took me like a year and a half to get it off.
Oh,
and I've been
congratulations! Let's give a round of applause for the meal prep and the weight loss. We love it. I love people smashing goals.
Oh yeah, it was hard, but the maintaining is actually harder than losing it. So I'm 2 years in and keeping the weight off. So wish me luck.
Yeah, it's very hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like I went from 200, like I'm at about 230. That's what I weigh. Pretty hefty. I'm kind of tall, but not too tall. So I hold it okay, but it's all in my midsection and my legs. We lost. I used to do kind of keto. I would exercise. We went from 230 to 170. So I also lost about 60 pounds. Was really good. But then I had stomach issues and had to have surgery. So I had about a foot worth of intestines removed from me and was laid up for about 7 months total throughout the struggles of it all. Gained it all right back. So it took me over a year and a half to lose it, but half the amount of time to gain it all back. And then now it's like a struggle to try to lose it all over again. And it's hard because it's like I knew what I had to go through to lose it all. And to go through all that again a second time is very hard. So I say once you lose it, do the best to keep it off, because doing the process again to lose it all again is just fucking hard. So kudos to all those out there who've done it. Mr. Vinchak, your wife lost 100 pounds this year. Congratulations to the wifey. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's huge accomplishments. That's a lot of effort and energy, and to burn weight is really hard. You got to exercise, you got to eat right. So it's not just one thing. I think that's what the whole thing with weight loss, that some people believe, well, I'm just going to lose all this weight just by eating better. Or I'm just going to lose all this weight by exercising. I think it's like you have to do both. You have to have some type of rhythm, even if it's not hard exercising, because I didn't even do a lot of hard exercises. I didn't like go to the gym and run on a treadmill or go weightlifting. I just did floor exercises. I used my body's weight and strength training that way, and just sweated a lot, jumping jacks and marching in place and lunges and stuff that I could do in such a small space. And it still managed to work. So that's a good way to do it.
Oh yeah. Good advice.
What did you say about the individual that we would be rating?
Let's see. Let's just say hi to Eagles. She always pops into my stream, says, hey, she stayed with us the whole stream. Let's go drop into Eagles Chick and tell her hello.
Awesome. Yeah, she's great. We'll go over there. And that's one good thing, too, is I think when Eagles was on, she had us rate out to someone else as well. So it's always good to be able to full circle back around and say hi to Eagles Chick. And she's definitely, she's been out there. I've caught her in a lot of things. Let's do this thing. Let's go, Frankie. Yo, and Frankie, thank you again for being here modding as well, man. You've been giving out some great shout outs today. I appreciate you. Much love to Let's Be Frank in chat. Nice to meet you, Artemis, says Frank. Highly recommend Artemis as well. Checking out Frankie. He's got great vibes. Him and Let's Be Frank Wifey. I don't know if you've got a chance to check them out yet. But they stream nightly as well. So maybe on an off night you can catch them. We got Hurst here, guys. Hurst knows how we do it. Raid 1 there in chat. Just copy and paste the default raid emotes there. If you're a sub, raid 2 there. Even though it looks like just a bunch of words, you can copy and paste that Joker spin in Jokerdad. And that'll give you some some emotes there to share. So if you guys can copy those and get the hype going. I followed. Can't wait to catch your stream. Yo, thank you, Scapular. She's W, big W. And I always tell people, drop each other follows, even non-guests here on the show. If you see them in chat, usually everybody in chat here are W's in my book. So, and if they weren't, I'd definitely let you know, don't fucking follow that guy. That guy's not a W or that girl's not a W, but no, everybody's W's. I love it because, before we go, I just like to say, we're not all where we want to be, but we're where we're meant to be at the moment in life. And I think that's a big learning experience, a big thing. Obviously, I think a lot of people want to be somewhere better and bigger than where they're at. But I think it makes us appreciate it more once we hit that milestone, even if it's small steps. So keep up those small steps, chat. Keep doing what you do, what you love. And that's the most important thing. Make sure that you're loving doing this. If you're a content creator and streamer, the passion and the love needs to come first above everything. And I love doing this. I love having W guests on like Artemis here. Just straight solid vibes. We love it. So keep doing the great job, Artemis. Like I said, I can't wait for a couple months, a year from now, just seeing where you've grown. And like I said, not just follower count, not just viewers, but as an individual. I can't wait to see in store. And but yeah, thank you again for taking your Monday morning, spending it with me and the chat and the community. Yeah, big W.
Thank you so much for having me, Joker. I really appreciate it. Your community is amazing and so welcoming. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Mwah.
Yes, chat. You guys are amazing. She is not lying. You guys are W's. So we're going to get over now to Eagles Chick 420. I'm trying to get my creator dashboard pulled up here. I need to see another thing why I'm an amateur. I got a stream deck, which was gifted to me by a great community member who I actually work with, but I have not completely set it up. I think I half-ass set it up. And then, so I know with the stream deck, I could hit a button and then it'll pop up all the people I've followed. Then I can just click a button and it'll auto-raid whoever I want. But I guess haven't gone that direction, so we have to manually do the raid here. So I appreciate everybody sticking around. Let's see, make sure she's on and ready. Eagles Chick 420. Yep, she is. She's playing some Fortnite. So let's go over. About 10 minutes in, she's in a car. I love it. The new car season. Go figure. But yeah, let's go over and say hi, guys. We appreciate everybody. If you ever need help setting things up, man, just DM away, my guy. Yeah, Mr. Vidjok, for sure, bro. And I want to talk to you about future involvement here in the kingdom if you're interested as well, Mr. Vidjok. But yeah, man, thank you for being here. Thank everybody. Scapular, you have a good day as well, Scap. Give A-Heart a shout out to me. Tell him Jokerdad said hi, and hopefully you guys have a wonderful week. Wahoo, thanks for being here as well, my man. Let's go ahead and start the raid chat. Get those emotes ready again. Raid 1 here for followers. Raid 2 for subs. And let's bless her Monday. Let's hype it up, guys. Hang out. If you got, 5-10 minutes, half an hour, whatever you got to spare. I know everybody's been here for a long time. But stick around. Let's at least show some love for a minute or two. If you got to go, I understand. Drop the lurk. But stick around if you're able. Thank you guys so much. Happy Monday. And I will be seeing you again on Wednesday. And thank you again, Artemis, for such an amazing time today.
Anytime.